Yeah. What's good, neighborhood? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? What a fight! What a night went down in a major way. Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. Oh my God! Wrong picture on the screen. Man, that was a pretty damn exciting fight, man. No matter what nobody say, I thought that was a pretty damn exciting fight. Uh, I want to know what you think, though. I'm gonna open the phone lines up. I'm gonna open the chat up, let everybody get in and voice their opinion. But it was a close fight. It was a close fight. Uh, Manny Pacquiao definitely threw a lot of punches, man. Threw a lot of punches. He definitely led in the power punch stats, but he definitely was not winning the jab department. Barrios definitely took off there. So we're going to talk about all that and more. Give me 30 seconds. Let's run the show.
This that squad side. This that squad
Yeah. What's good, neighborhood? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Martin Nash. Puro, talk to me, man. Let's unpack these fights, man. What did you think?
What up? What up? I mean, it was entertaining at times. The main event. I enjoyed the Fundura and Tibzu fight. You know, it had me like wanting to pull my hair out a couple times, but Fundura pulled it off. What was that? What was that fight that I really liked on this card? Was Ammo Williams on this card?
Nah,
it was on the other one. The Fundura and Tibzu. Yeah, I enjoyed the fight. You know, having pulled out my hair, like I was saying, man. And that draw, man. Woo! Clairvoyant, I see.
Plus 1600, baby. Woo! Man, I be calling them draws, don't I, man?
Yeah, man. No, I know. Yeah, right. Like, yeah. I've been around for a couple times. You called it the draws. Bro.
Last fight we just had, fight party. Who was that got a draw? And I was like,
yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
I bet you on the draw.
What was it? Yeah. Facts. Ah, bruh. It's on tip of my tongue, but I forget.
Don't ever tell me what's on your tongue.
It's your corny ass joke. I was walking to.
Hey, look, it's been working, man. 4 years running. Same joke.
Yeah, no, bro. Like I said, I walk into it every single time. Hey, anywho,
they had on the other card, Rodriguez versus Cafu. Checo versus Trevor McCumbee. Ammo versus Ivan Vasquez. Correct. Amari Jones versus Blanco.
And my dude Gary Russell came back with a knockout, man. I'm happy about that.
Oh my God, Gary Russell look good at lightweight, right?
Yeah, man.
He looks sharp.
Dude, man. I like Gary Russell a lot.
Got a couple knockdowns. First of all, let's start off this. Congratulations to PBC for putting on a good card, good pay-per-view worthy card too. It was
I agree.
All good fights. Pitbull Cruz had a good fight. Gary Russell, Mark Maceo fight. I didn't see that one. I was still asleep during that part. Did Mark Maceo win?
Mark Maceo won, correct. One of the good Mexican prospects that fought on the card also, Picasso, got a split decision. So kudos to him.
Oh, Picasso won?
Yeah. I was amazed. He struggled with the one of the brothers of the Cometas, but hey, man, it happens.
Okay, so let's talk about this main event, man.
Yes, sir.
Based off what I saw, based on what you saw, I'll start with you first. Did Pacquiao look very good, or did Barrios look very? Matter of fact, let's rewind. Do you agree with the referee's decision? Do you think Barrios won or Pacquiao won? Pacquiao won or for the draw?
I thought Pacquiao won pretty clearly. just because of literally literally it was Barrios fights to lose. Exactly what he did. I don't agree with the draw, but I'm glad you got it. You know, money, money, money. But yeah, I thought Pacquiao won pretty clear, and that's because Mario Barrios gave it to him. You know, like literally, how many times I told you a couple times on the watch, we were watching Mark, that like he kept instead, like when Manny Pacquiao was complaining about the body shots, like bruh, wait for the referee to say break, go after him, and he wouldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, what can I say, bruh? I mean, I love Manny Pacquiao, bruh, but you know, like it's it is what it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, think Pacquiao won, or you thought Barrios won? I'm sorry.
I thought Pacquiao won, sir.
You thought Pacquiao won.
Clear.
What? Clear. 7-5. 8-4.
I would say 8-4. I would say 8-4.
8-4.
8-4.
Oh wow.
I ain't tripping on 7-5 though, because I remember you saying you thought it was pretty close. I thought it was close early. You know, but I thought, you know, pulled away. Definitely thought he pulled away. Yeah, man.
The last 3 rounds, I gave those to Barrios, like 10, 11, and 12.
As did I.
So based off of that, you think he really only won one other round?
Yeah.
In 129, he only gave him one other round.
Yeah, they were, like I said, the fight was close, and they were close, but like, yeah, it's just Barrios wasn't doing nothing, man. Like literally, like he would start off well, and then he let Manny Pacquiao steal the rounds. Megazar actually was breaking that down pretty good.
Damn, he don't get no respect. Damn, Bureau.
No, it's just come on, bro. I mean, like at the end of the day, I mean, it was a title shot he didn't deserve. You know, everybody's like, oh, but it's Manny, yakety yak. You know, tell that to Curiel, to Rocha, to the other dudes. You know, grinding, picking away, trying to get their title shot. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, it's boxing, right? You know, I'm used to it already, so you know it's just.
But if they was in that position, they would have took that Manny Pacquiao fight too.
Yeah, no, I agree, but they're not, right?
Nah, they're not.
Nah, man. But yep. No, it is what it is. No, good, Mark. It is what it is.
No. I'm gonna drop that panel link. To see if anybody want to pull it. I ain't gonna be here real long.
Cool.
I'll try to get me a quick nap. I gotta wake up and give my daughter some meds at 3 and 6 in the morning. So.
Oh, your daughter has a little something. Mine does too. It's crazy.
She got her tonsils taken out yesterday.
Oh, okay. And my daughter's tooth fell out. That's funny.
Yeah, hers are loose. The two at the bottom are loose. So I know your daughter and my daughter around the same age.
Yeah. That's what I figured myself, bro. Yeah.
But yeah, man, she got them tonsils out. So it's yesterday was terrible, but today wasn't that bad. Let's bring in a couple people who might disagree with you and I. Megadar, what did you think of the fight? Did you agree with the decision?
I scored it exactly how the ref scored it, who scored it in the Barrios' favor. I felt like first round, nobody really won that to me, but I gave it to Pacquiao. Second round, I gave it to Pacquiao. Third and the fourth, I gave it to Barrios, and I gave him the 6 too. But I felt Pacquiao won. Really, I felt Pacquiao, and I'm doing air quotations, stole the rounds because of the reaction, but he wasn't really hitting Barrios with nothing major. Barrios was actually, though Pacquiao was herky-jerky, jumping in front of him, doing what he always do with those weird angles, I still think Barrios won that fight. You know what I'm saying? I think how many jabs he landed? Like 45. Like it was a crazy number of jabs.
Hold on, I got you. I put the stat on the screen. Continue. There you go. Oh, wrong one. There you go. There you go. The stat on the screen for the
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he was jabbing his life away. Don't get me wrong, like I said, Pacquiao, the last 25, 30 seconds doing those flurries, and I mean he was landing sometimes, but I don't think he did anything of consequence. But we seen when Barrios sat down on his punches, he's backing Pacquiao up, and Pacquiao kept acting like you get hit with low blow, you can get hit on the belt line, and like Barrios corner was telling him, man, you're doing a little bit too much respecting him, man. Like if you're trying to win, go on in there, get his ass out of there, man. Pacquiao, whoever. Like it's boxing.
Megazord, but here's the thing. When you look at this punch stat, he threw 423 jabs. He landed 45. That's an average of 3.7 jabs a round. That's literally one jab per minute that you landed. You get what I'm saying? You landed one jab a minute, but you threw 400 or something. That jab, it was active, but it was more of just a busy jab to keep Pacquiao at bay, you think? Or like, I didn't think Mario Barrios was as dominant as he should be, being 16, 17 years.
Nah, he definitely. I mean, that's why they fought him. Let's be real. That's why they had to fight. You know what I'm saying? But whenever Pacquiao would flurry, his ass would get hit with the jab coming out. He would get hit with it coming out. So, like I said, it wasn't a good fight to watch. But I still think Barrios won the fight. I mean, I don't think he walked away with it or nothing.
Well, like, what you got?
No, that was it.
You thought he won 8-4?
I would say, 7-5 just because Pacquiao's activity. But like I said, the punches of consequence was landed by Barrios, and he didn't step on the gas.
Yeah, we was talking through we was watching it. You was like, man, he needs to sit down more on his punches. Do you think the movement of Pacquiao is what caused it, or you think he was just a little apprehensive? Why you don't think he sat on the punches?
I think it's both. I think he was apprehensive. I think the movement of Pacquiao is the master of throwing punches in the weirdest angles. So I think it's more so. It was more so that, but he still had moments because in those last 3 rounds, man, he really could have done that all night. And he could have, I feel like he could have forced the issue a little bit more in those 3 rounds.
All right, hold on, fam. We got Miguel from Orange County. Oh, lost him. Trying to take the call. We had Miguel from Orange County. I was trying to bring him in. I told you got to turn the YouTube down in the background. Shout out to Kaz, Coach Malachi, Mashi King, what up? Lisa Bells, what up? Shawala, y'all, SF City Slick, I see y'all. How y'all feel, man? Call in, tell me what you thought of the fight. 404-692-1766, 404-692-1766. What would you like to see next for either guy, Megazar? You want to see the rematch?
No, not really. I don't want to. I don't want to see a rematch. I think Barrios I really think he's a decent average fighter. Pacquiao is one of the all-time greatest. But I don't want to see 47-year-old Pacquiao. Even if it's against Barrios and it's another draw, I don't want to see that fight. Not after I seen what I saw today with Fundora, Tim Tszyu, especially Oleksandr Usyk and Dubose. Like I seen that shit, I damn sure don't want to see Mario Barrios and Pacquiao too. But I think they're gonna do it though. I do think they're gonna do it.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it.
Well, I guess all up to Pacquiao. If he want to do it, I'm sure Barrios gonna say hell yeah.
Oh yeah, he said that in the ring. Oh hell yeah, run it back. But I think it could be different if Barrios just go ahead and just come on with it, man, and just. But Pacquiao did look tired as hell, he couldn't get out the way of certain punches, and I really don't want to see. I really don't want to see Pac-Man fight again. Wonderful career, illustrious career. I don't have to see Pac-Man again.
Damn. Think he should go hang it up or something?
I mean, at 47, yeah.
Nah.
He ain't got nothing else to prove. He ain't got nothing else to prove. What he got to prove?
I mean, shit. What else he got to lose other than some brain cells? I guess.
I mean, I don't think I just me personally. Do I want to say I want to see it? I don't want to see it. It ain't like I said after seeing what I saw today, like Usyk could continue to fight, but man, if I'm Usyk, I retire, man. It ain't, man. I beat I beat the top guy. I beat Tyson Fury, and I beat the guy that was, the top guy when Tyson Fury was drug binging. I beat Anthony Joshua. Who else I need to fight? Beat Dubois twice. If he beat Joseph Parker, that'd be the cherry on top, and he could retire. Which he will beat Joseph Parker if they fought. But
didn't Joseph just lose last fight?
He fought. Didn't Joseph last fight was Bacoli?
Yeah, he stopped him. Oh yeah, you know what he did? He stopped him.
Yeah, he stopped Bacoli.
Damn, Usyk. Yeah, ain't nobody left for Usyk, huh?
There ain't nobody left for him but Joseph Parker, really.
I know who he got to fight. You got to beat Wilder, man.
Man, please, man. Why it took Wilder 9 rounds to beat who? Cashier at Quick Trip. What that nigga work?
Nah, he needed some rounds, man. He damn sure needed some rounds.
Man, shit. Okay.
Wilder, I wouldn't mind seeing Wilder fight him. Hey, look, why not beat him? If you can beat him, beat him.
No, man. Me personally, I wouldn't. What I'm gonna fight Wilder for? He got whooped by Joseph Parker, Zhilei Zhang. Like,
he didn't beat Zhilei Zhang or Joseph Parker, so maybe. But I don't know. Hold on, let me go to Jerry the Terratesca. What's up, Jerry?
What's up, Mark?
I'm thirsty as hell. Let me go get me a bottle of water. Y'all cook up. I'll be right back. What you think of the fight, Jerry?
Hey, what's up, Puro?
Puro
you on that, Puro?
Puro stepped away.
Nah, it's Megazord.
Megazord.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
He lost
I'm
enthusiasm.
Okay
He said, superior black. It's a superior black.
I'm okay with the draw, but I'm the king of draws. I think a lot of fights are draws. Yeah, I'm okay with the draw. It's hard not to favor Manny Pacquiao because he's a legend, and the guy, he's so humble, and the crowd was really going crazy every time he would land. And I will say he probably landed the cleaner punches, but Barrios was getting some good work in between, and the commentators really weren't giving him no credit for that. Now, he did need those last 3 rounds, and I thought he won those last 3 rounds, and so a draw was fair. I think the bigger story in that fight is Manny Pacquiao. At his age, he can still fight at a world-class level. I think he proved that. I didn't see too much deterioration. His balance looked a little compromised at times, but that's probably going to happen when you fighting a guy that has that type of height advantage. Manny had to do a little bit, sometimes desperate things. He can't pop off the 5 and 6 punch combinations and slide to the side and continue like he once did, but he can still do some of it. And even what he can do is a lot to give a lot of fighters problems, man. So great legendary fighter. But I agree with the man there. I don't really want to see him fight again, legend or not. And even though he competed well, them punches are going to add up. I mean, I just, it's time to hang him up, win, lose, or draw.
I think Manny Pacquiao good for the division. He's exciting. People damn sure gonna watch him and come see him.
Yeah, no question about that. I mean, you could see that crowd in there and all the fans. But I'm just saying for the health of the fighter, because now who knows? Maybe he'll be like Chavez or Duran and not show any effects. But I don't really like it for him. I mean, the guy's made a ton of money. I can't imagine where he really going to need, or he should need money. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine that he would really be that desperate for money. So I don't know. Daniel Dubois. I almost picked Daniel in this fight. He'd been on a hell of a roll, and he fought gamely in there. But man, Usyk just a little bit better than him. I still think the Y is the second best fighter in the heavyweight division. I think he beats a lot of guys still if this loss didn't take too much out of him. But Usyk, now we can start talking about Usyk maybe as an all-time great. I think people jumped on him early and was like, this guy's a legend. He's a legend. Nah. But now he's got 2 big wins over Joshua, 2 big wins over Fury. He just beat probably the best guy in the division for the second time. And the only one left is Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I mean, in name at least. I think Wilder's washed. Yeah, I think he's washed up. I think he's been washed up for a little bit now. But it would look good on his resume because Wilder, along with Fury and Joshua, were the other big guys in the division, and Wilder's still fighting. He had a fight a few weeks back, so I don't think he'd be much competition, but you never know. A puncher like Wilder, you just never know. You can't just roll him out entirely. But either that or Joseph Parker.
Man, Jerry, I think Usyk is one of the greatest ever, man.
Usyk is the best European heavyweight ever, bro. And I love Lennox Lewis. But Usyk is the best, man. Like undisputed cruiserweight, undisputed 2 times a heavyweight.
Yeah, man. And the way he's doing it too. He's beating these at a deficit too. He's the smaller guy beating these giants, and he's beating
the super heavyweight. He beating the super heavyweights,
making it look easy for the most part too. Making it look easy.
Yeah, well, like I say, now for me at least, now we can start talking about that. I think, maybe prior to, I'm not downing or dogging you. So you simply cannot. I mean, the guy's proven to be the best in that division, and he doubled back and proved it both times. And him fighting Dubai tonight, I think, is a testament to his championship heart because he knows a lot of people like myself thought that was a clean body shot, and so he didn't want to leave any doubt, and that's the heart of a champion. Lastly, Zoo. I know it'd probably be a dream crusher for him because I know he's a confident guy and stuff, but I think he maybe should find something else to do.
Damn, damn, Jerry.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm with Jerry. I think Bakram beat the fight out of him that night, bro.
God,
well, that's possible. But I think he was in there fighting hard. The guy's got all the heart in the world. Nobody can question that. He's got good punching power. And I'm not saying he can't still beat maybe some good fighters in the division, but he's got 3 losses in a row where he took a lot of damage in a short period of time.
He didn't take 3 losses in a row. He took 2 losses in a row.
Well, either Fundora.
He lost to Fundora, Bakram, then he stopped Joey Spencer.
Oh, yeah. He stopped the... Yeah, well, who the fuck is Joey Spencer? Zoo, he's not as good as he thinks he is, and I'm just, I don't know, man. The guy, he didn't quit for no reason, man. Who knows what was going on inside that head? That brain was probably swimming, man.
It was swimming in doubt too after getting dropped. He starts seeing the ghost of Bakram in that ring.
Yeah. I was gonna say he was Tim Tszyu at that. It wasn't Zoo. It was Tszyu. What everybody when they mispronounced his name, they said, "What's your name?" Tszyu. Stop the fight. Stop the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Stop the fight.
Yeah, they said.
Well, I thought he recovered from the knockdown, and he fought himself back into the fight, showing pure heart and determination and everything I like to see in a fighter. I like Tim Tszyu. It's just, I don't think them losses, the first one against Fundora, I really didn't hold that one against him too much because of that cut. But, I don't know, man. He could maybe still carve out some good fights in an Artur Agati kind of way where he can take losses, but if he continues to fight the way he does in action like that, that'll maybe get him more fights, but it's probably going to get him more damage too. So I just don't know. I just don't know about him at this point. But the story of the night is Manny Pacquiao. Great to see that guy in there still competing at that age, and I'm okay with the draw. I would have liked to see him win, but I just thought it was a draw. What did you think, Mark? You thought he won?
I bet on the draw. I won money on the draw.
You bet on the draw?
Hell yeah, it was plus 1,600, man. The fuck? I told you. Remember, I told y'all like at the end of last year, or it was early this year. I said, man, I'm never gonna miss another draw on these big fights ever again, and I haven't, bro. It don't be a lot, but I might bet $10 and win 160. That's good money for me. You know what I'm saying? $10, 160. Let's get it.
Yeah,
that's
ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I also bet like $5 on Manny to win. That would have been like 25, 5 on Barrios. Like I bet on everybody, man. I bet on everything. But it'd be small amounts. But like that draw, oh yeah, I'm gonna start betting 20 on the draw. If 10 get me 160 for that 16, ooh, that 20 would have got me $320, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I need to start betting a little bit more on the draw. But yeah, man. I thought the fight could have went either way. I was saying it all night on the live when we was watching it backstage. I was telling her, I was like, man, this fight closer than what we think. But I was like, whoever wins these next 3 rounds probably gonna win the fight. And Barrios won the last 3, so I was like, Barrios probably won this fight. He did enough.
Yeah.
But I didn't score it round by round. But I think Barrios should have got the nod more than Pacquiao. And I'm a Pacquiao fan. So I'm a Barrios fan too. But I just don't see people only giving Barrios 4 rounds. Because he clearly won 10, 11, and 12, in my opinion. So that means you only gave him 1 round between 1 through 9?
Yeah,
or the judges gave him the last 3. They say he got the last 3 rounds. So for him to get a draw, that means 1 through 9, y'all only gave him 3 other rounds. He won more than rounds than that, man. Those first 6 rounds could have went 3 and 3. Either way.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough to score. Anytime a fight is back and forth action and there's no knockdowns, it really starts to become subjective. You got to then guess, all right, that punch from Pacquiao looked harder than Barrios' punches, but you don't really know that.
Because you ain't
then
feeling
you got to
it,
guess. Yeah, you ain't feeling it, and then you got to guess, well, it looked like Pacquiao took that shot better than, but you don't really know that. So, you know what I mean? The punch stats were real close. So then it becomes a very subjective thing. That's why I'm the king of draws. Because a lot of times, to me, these fights are draws. I thought Hagler-Leonard was a draw. But like you say, they rarely rule them a draw. They rarely rule the fights a draw. People want a winner, this, that, So,
I'm a bet on the draw for Canelo and Crawford too. Shit.
Yeah.
Bet on the draw on that.
You know what I mean, Barb?
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to get up to 22 to 2,300.
Let me ask you this: Is your boy Brian Norman? He's fighting Devin Haney? That's a done deal.
Yeah, it's on November 22nd.
Okay. I seen the other day they talking about taking this testing early, or
I don't know. They pull out.
Yeah.
But it's a done deal as far as it's signed, but you can't stop nobody from pulling out of a fight if they pull out.
Yeah, what I would say is this about that. First off, did Haney insist on that with his last opponent? Ramirez?
Doing the drug testing?
Extra weeks of testing?
4.5 months early. I don't know if they even had that fight made 4.5 months early.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Haney can maybe try to put that in the contract, but whatever the rules, my feeling is, whatever the rules is, if you go in for the testing and it says you have to do it for 2 months, then that's all any fighter should have to do. They shouldn't have to do it for 4 months. But the fights are personal contracts, and if Haney feels he has the leverage, he can maybe insist on it. And then, I guess what I'm asking you is...
But if it's already signed and you pull it out, I mean, you should have put that in your contract.
Yeah. And moving forward, everybody should have. If you're going to make that a stipulation, don't just make it a stipulation for me, because now you're throwing shade. You're throwing direct shade. You didn't do that to the last guy. And, you know, if you're going to make that a thing where people have to do 4 months of testing, then that should be for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because, I mean, otherwise you're basically saying you think I'm on something. That's basically what he's saying with that stipulation.
Yeah, I'm curious, is he going to do that going forward? Because sometimes fights aren't even made 4.5, 5 months ahead. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how?
Sure.
So sometimes fights are made 2.5, 3 months or less. You know, so are you gonna? So all of your fights have got to be made 5 months ahead for this stipulation to work too. So I don't know. It's giving me scared business, man.
If Devin Haney can return to the form he was against Regis, I think it's a pretty good fight. But, you know, we've seen what happened with Ryan Garcia, and we know what the circumstances were, so you got to consider that. But still, what happened. And the questions that came up from that fight about Devin Haney, to me, weren't answered in his last fight. In fact, if they were answered the wrong answer. He fought scared in that fight. What I'd seen, kind of he ran. Now, maybe he was trying to protect the bag. I don't know. But my thing is against Norman is, what's he going to do if he's outboxing Norman when Norman says, you know what, I'm fucking done boxing with this guy. I'm just going to rip into him with 2 fists of fury and see if he can do anything about it. And I just don't think Devin really going to be able to do much about it.
What you think, Megazord?
Junior gonna whoop his ass. They signed the testing thing today. So they on for the testing. I just think Devin Haney don't have the power enough to now he can box. I just don't think he had power enough, man. And Junior can cut off the ring. He gonna walk. I mean, they both junior. They're not junior, but I'm just saying Brian Norman can cut the ring off. When he start biting down on Haney, man, it's gonna be a wrap, bro. I see this as being, you know, Brian Junior's coming out party, bro. That's if the Haney's don't pull out, because everything they're doing is giving scared business for sure.
Bro, ain't it, bro? It's like they looking for a way out.
So yeah, I think Brian Norman Jr. gonna win that with ease. He gonna walk through Devin. He gonna walk through. When I saw, for one, Devin Haney beat Lomachenko because Lomachenko waited too late to start. Them last 3 rounds, Lomachenko blew him out the water. I saw it and I said, "Oh no, his power don't carry." Even though he beat Prograde Regis, but I mean, he supposed to beat him. And you know, Ryan, I could see how that could scar his psyche a little bit. His last fight, I think he did enough to win. He didn't look spectacular, but I just think it's Junior's time, bro. I just think it's Brian Norman Jr.'s time, bro.
I will give Haney credit if he doesn't back out and the fight goes through. You got to give the guy credit, man. Ain't nobody else really screaming for Brian Norman off of his last 3 performances. And Devin Haney has shown he will get in there. Whether he can punch or not, I mean, we know he's not a puncher. But you got to give him credit if the fight comes off. He does not seem to be at all fearful. And in the pictures that I like, when I see him together, man, he don't look small either. He does not look small to me. At 47, you know, maybe his punch power will improve a little bit. I don't know. A lot of question marks around Devin Haney for me with his last 2 fights, and the questions I had didn't get answered. So, you know, there is probably an experience gap between him and Brian, and there is you know, what's his name? Haney's fought the better opponents, but I noticed with Brian in his last fight, he can box too. It ain't like he can't box. Yeah, Haney, people might say he's a better boxer, technically speaking, but Brian Norman can box too. It's not like he can't box at all. He can box pretty well.
Hey, what do y'all think about Brian Norman versus Barrios next?
I think it's a good fight. I'm a Barrios fan. I think people kind of wrote him off after he got stopped in that Tank Davis fight. But Barrios was weight trained very badly in that fight, and then there was a rehydration clause. Now, maybe Tank beats him anyway. I don't know. But he moved straight to welterweight, and as you can see tonight, that guy ain't no little welterweight, man. He is not small at that weight. And he fights pretty hard, and he's got good, well-rounded skills. I don't know. He's not excellent in any one area, but he's tough. He's got well-rounded skills. He's a good fighter. I think that will be a real good fight, him and Norman.
I think it'll be a good fight. I'm picking Junior, but you know, he is 6 foot. He is a real 6 foot. He didn't fight like a 6 footer tonight, but you know, he is 6 foot. So he does have a nice jab, but like he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything great, but he's well enough. But I see Junior beating everybody. I see Junior beating everybody in 147. I see him beating everybody in that division.
I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Brian Norman fight Conor Ben. He's another one. I'm a bigger fan of Conor Ben than a lot of people. I mean, when I see the guy fight, he's a fucking little hellion, man. He's strong as hell. Those power punches nonstop, almost with both hands. And I was a fan of him before he fought Eubank, but then he moved up 2 divisions and went toe-to-toe with Eubank in a fight that I could have called that fight a draw. Eubank got a narrow decision, but, man, he hurt Eubank a couple of times in that fight. I didn't see Eubank hurt him at all. He's a tough as nails little fighter, and I ain't never seen him in a bad fight, and he's strong. I think him and Norman, regardless of who wins, would just make for an excellent fight. Excellent. You know. Boxing's on its way back, fellas. A couple years ago, during COVID, I really thought boxing in the U.S. effectively was maybe gone dead. I mean, we was in bad shape not that long ago. But between Turkey doing what he's doing and PBC had this card tonight, that place was packed. Last several weekends, we've been seeing good fights with big crowds. And so, you know, it's good to see boxing making a comeback. And I've seen recently where they're not going to do any more pay-per-views on the Riyadh cards. And that's a beautiful thing right there.
They said they're not doing any more, or they just not doing this next one. It's not pay-per-view.
Well, I thought what I read, I thought they were saying that they're not going to do pay-per-views anymore.
Oh shit, I ain't mad at it. Let's get it.
Hell yeah, man! Because Turkey said
the zone costs enough. Shit, paying damn to $30 a month now. Shit, that's $3. I'm paying a pay-per-view every 3 months, whether I buy a pay-per-view or not. That's $100 every 3 months. You know.
I tried to cancel the zone. It's fucking impossible to cancel the shit. The woman at the bank told me get another card, you know, because like that $30 a month that comes right out of my bank account.
Yeah.
And I tried to cancel it, man, because I don't really.
You locked in for a year. You got to cancel it before. You got to tell them like 90 days before the cancellation is due, or 60 days. You got to give them a notice that you want to cancel before you cancel. Or you cancel it, or you can cancel it and they just charge you for the rest of the year type shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to give them a notice. When they ring up that charge and that card number ain't no good no more. I don't fucking notice that I'm giving them. Yeah, man, because I done tried twice to cancel it over the last year and a half.
I ain't even
because them little domestic dust ups, those British fight cards, A lot of times, I will say there be some good fights on there, but I don't know them fighters. I'm not trying to pay for it no more, man. You know, I'll just pay when if they have a pay-per-view that's worth buying, maybe, yeah, but the subscription ain't doing shit for me except $30 a month, you know, and I don't even know why. Then up until whatever Turkey's going to do, anytime they would have a good fight, it's a pay-per-view. I bought this one tonight. I had my daughter order it. I don't even know how much it was. How much was that motherfucker tonight?
Which one?
Manny.
Shit, I bought it on. Let me see. I think it was like $79.99.
God damn.
Let's see. How much did it charge me? I paid 83 with tax. It was $83.99. But I messed up and I accidentally bought it on pay-per-view.com. I should have bought it on Amazon because it would have been cheaper. Cause I already got an Amazon subscription, so I slipped up. I messed up. I was just moving too fast. Instead of buying on pay-per-view.com. And with Amazon, I can rewind and watch. Pay-per-view.com, I can't even go back and rewatch it. So I was just moving too fast, not paying attention.
Well, I ordered it on Amazon, so I guess I got the little discount or whatever.
You got a little discount.
But I was excited to see Manny, man.
But I do like the zone, what they did with the last two pay-per-view joints they had, where they've been doing where you can bundle it. So you can buy one for like I think the Shakur joint, you can buy the Shakur fight and the Usyk, I think with Shakur and Berlanga card and this Usyk card, you can get them both for $99. So I was like, okay, that's like $50 a piece. That's not bad, you know. But if you buy one, to buy them separately though, it was $69. So I didn't buy that Usyk one today. I bought that Shakur Berlanga card, but I didn't buy that Usyk card today because all I really wanted to see was the main event.
Right.
And I fell asleep before that shit even came on. So I'm glad I didn't buy it. I would have been mad.
Well, I've seen Gary Russell notch the victory tonight.
Oh man, he looked good, man, at lightweight.
He's one of my favorite lightweight.
Yeah, he came up to lightweight. That's his first fight back in 3 years.
Oh, so, it was senior. That was
Gary
the
Russell,
older brother.
Yeah, Gary Russell. Yeah, Mr. Gary Russell, the oldest one.
Okay.
You know, he used to fight at 26 and 30.
Yeah.
Shit, but
shit,
you
I'm a
gain
big
weight,
Gary
you're not the
Russell.
ring that long. So shit, I would want to see. I would love to see Gary Russell at lightweight fight somebody like those. I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Shakur or something like that. Or those, or Tevin, or not
anybody.
Tevin Farmer. What's his name? What's the kid who just beat Tevin Farmer?
Cepeda or
Schofield. Hell yeah, I would love to see Schofield versus Gary Russell.
Yeah.
Gary can box, man.
Oh man, Gary. I think the PBC kind of ruined Gary. They didn't keep him busy enough, and then when he brought him back, he had a bad shoulder, and they put him in against that big Filipino dude. And I thought he dropped that. He lost that fight. He may have won it. His shoulder was bad, but I felt like even despite that loss to Maceo, despite the loss to Lomachenko, I think if they would have kept him busy and guided him right, he probably could have got back on that pound for pound list somewhere. He is a hell of a fighter. Him and all his brothers.
Well, he became champion again after the Loma loss. He did become champion again, and actually, once he did that, he was like the longest reigning champion in boxing for a long time. But he was only fighting once a year, and when he did fight, he was only fighting his mandatory. He wasn't fighting any compelling fights that people wanted to see. He would just fight the next top guy. I mean, the next mandatory, and then he'll be away for the next year. So.
Yeah, lots of inactivity. I think he was 18 months out of the ring when he fought Masao. He'd been out of the ring a long time.
A lot of that, too, was his family. Remember, his dad was having health issues, and he got his legs amputated. Then after his dad died, he became the patriarch of the family, the oldest brother, but also training the other two younger pro brothers. So,
well, what card was he on tonight?
He was on the Manny Pacquiao card.
He was. It wasn't televised though. Huh?
It was on YouTube. He fought on the YouTube version.
That's fucked up.
The prelims, him and Martin Maciel.
Well, he get a stoppage or?
Yeah, he got a stoppage in the last round. He dropped the guy in the second twice. I want to say in the first or second round, he dropped him twice. Then later on, I think he dropped him again. Then he stopped him in the 10th. But he stopped him in the 10th with a body shot to the liver. But he was taking his time because it was like he'll drop the guy and the guy get up and he wouldn't even go after him. It was like, I want to get some rounds in. Or also it was giving me the vibes of, I want to stop you and I know I can stop you, but when I stop you, I don't want it to be an accumulation. I want a one hitter quitter type shit. I want some highlight shit. And he got it. He got it with that body shot. But they could have stopped that shit in the corner like a few rounds earlier. Because he was giving that guy a beating. But at the same time, it was times Gary was just standing there with his back to the ropes, letting the guy kind of tee off. But he was looking for an opening. He was seeing all of that shit.
Yeah, he's a badass. Years ago, I was sitting on my couch watching TV, and I see this black guy jogging down the street with a white van following him, right? And I'm like,
you thought it was the police, huh?
No,
like, this ought to be the slowest drug chase I ever seen in Baltimore.
Yeah, he was just jogging. And I'm like, what the fuck? Dog started barking, and he stopped literally right in front of my house and was taking a breather. And I went out there, and it was Gary Russell. There was a fight card right down the street from where I live, about 3 miles. There's a place called Martin's West, and they used to have pro boxing cards there. And I talked to him a little bit. I really didn't know who he was at the time.
You stopped the man in the middle of the drive like, hey, boy, who are you in this part of town?
He stopped, oddly enough, to like catch a breather or whatever. It was a hot summer day. You
recognized him right away. You said, hey, Gary Russell.
No, I didn't know who he was. I just thought, what's this guy, because I know boxers, I don't know if they do it much anymore, but they used to do that a lot. They used to run with someone following them, Mm-hmm. You've seen it before. And so when I seen that, I do it all the time.
I do it all the time, man. I still do.
Yeah. Well,
I'm the one in the van, though, now, Jerry. I'm the one in the van.
Well, I knew there was a fight card at Martin's West that night because I was going to it. And I figured this one of the fighters probably trying to cut some weight last minute, or I don't know, He wasn't on the card, but I think maybe one of his brothers or his cousin. His whole family fights.
Yeah.
They all fight. He's got cousins that fight too. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Gary. Hopefully they'll keep him busy, and hopefully, the PBC. I mean, people like to bury them. People like to, every couple months they're going out of business, but yet they're
still here.
Yeah, I mean, yet they fucked up for him though, because their main money maker is a mess right now. Tank Davis and Benavidez, who maybe could potentially, they can't get fights for him.
They did good tonight bringing Pacquiao though. This had to be a successful event for them, with the Australian fans, the Mexican fans, the Filipinos, the Filipino fans.
Of course, but
this was a big event.
It was, no doubt about that. But what I'm saying is, you can't really bank on Manny. I mean, he could retire tomorrow. Maybe he'll fight again, but I mean, you can't bank on him.
But this is right on brand. One big fight per year for PBC. I mean, so they got their one big fight for the year already. Actually, they got 2, Tank and Roach, and this is a up for them to have 2 big fights this close together. No, would you not agree?
Well, I don't know how big the first fight was. I mean, the second fight potentially going to be big. But my point is Tank is a mess. As far as I know, he's still on probation from that assault charge, the one he got in trouble for last time. Now he's got another assault charge. From what I understand, the Roach fight's still not signed. I personally think they were waiting for the outcome of tonight's fight, and if Manny won, then he wouldn't fight Roach. I don't know. To me, he's got.
He would fight Manny Pacquiao at 47? At 147?
Yeah. I do. Tank Davis don't have to fight at 135. I ain't never believed that. Yeah, he's not a big guy. I get that, but he can fight at a heavier weight. Which brings me to my next subject, son. But a big one in September. I ain't been looking forward to a fight more than that one since I don't know when. Maybe Manny and Floyd Mayweather.
Wow. No, we was looking forward to Spence and Crawford. We was hyped about it.
I was, but I'm saying more. I wasn't looking forward to that more than Manny and Mayweather. And this one here, like I say, I haven't looked forward to a fight this much since that Manny Mayweather fight. The fight has taken on a whole lot of intrigue. Now, me, I like the fight as soon as it was talked about because they was talking about Canelo fighting Spence, and I like that fight too. But Spence got the crap beat out of him, so why not Bud Crawford? He beat the crap out of the guy that you was probably going to fight. Welterweights can fight middleweights. They've done it throughout the history of boxing. That includes super welterweights and super middleweights. You see them two together, Canelo Alvarez is not bigger than Bud Crawford. He's just not. He's been fighting at a heavier weight, but that's his luxury, just like Mayweather. When Mayweather was at 47, he used to say all the time, I can still make 140, no problem. And I can probably make 135. But see, the thing is, he didn't have to. He didn't have to chase nobody.
And the bigger money fights for him was at the higher weight, 47, 54. Shane Mosley, Oscar, Cotto, all of those big fights was for him.
But also, like Mayweather would say all the time, he could fight almost at his walk-around weight. That makes your career going to be longer when you don't have to go in there and cut weight like a lot of fighters do. You see, and when you're the kingpin, you don't have to do it. You're not chasing nobody. Everybody's chasing you. And Canelo assumed that position. And I know, I would bet anything Canelo can still make 160. To me, he's always been a blown-up junior middleweight. So their height is essentially even. Bud Crawford's got a reach advantage, which may help him. 3.5 inches, that's probably enough to make a difference. But Canelo, when Bud fought Madrimov, off of that fight, a lot of people swayed to Canelo. They were like, there's no way Bud's going to beat Canelo Alvarez.
Right.
You know.
And then Canelo fought Skull and people was like, oh, this is how Crawford can beat him with some movement.
Well,
exactly. Canelo had trouble with that movement, so it swung back to Crawford.
Yeah, what a difference one fight makes because after Canelo fought Skull, all that momentum shifted back over. And like you pointed out once before, they've given Bud Crawford a lot of time to adjust to fighting at a higher weight. Anyone that thinks that man can't fight at a higher weight is just crazy. My only concern for him is two things. I got 2 concerns for him and 2 concerns for Canelo. With Bud, it's, fighting at that heavier weight, I don't see Canelo being so much bigger or stronger that he's going to manhandle Bud Crawford. I don't think he could manhandle the 154-pound Bud Crawford. But I wonder, is Crawford going to have the legs and the speed and the output fighting at that heavier weight that he's going to need? He's probably going to need those things, and those are advantages that he has over Canelo, but he's going to need them, and I'm sure in the gym he's putting that all to test, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Canelo doesn't have a crazy output his damn self.
I mean, if we being honest, I don't mean to interject, but I do.
Please, because me and Jerry will just keep talking, man. You got
Madrimov fainted the whole fight and didn't really engage. When he engaged, we saw it was he didn't want to mix it up. He didn't want to mix it up with Terrence Crawford. So when you say that fight, it wasn't Bud won that fight easily to me. Like he won that fight easily to me. Like I said, Canelo ain't finna be doing all that fainting. For one, he can't move like that. If Bud just boxes, I'm not saying that Canelo can't hit him with something. I mean, it's Canelo. But if Bud just boxing smart, he finna tee off on Canelo, man. Bud's speed is gonna be there. He may hit harder with the extra weight because he incorporates the UFC the way that they broke up their fighters and make it power based. So like I said, he could get hit with something from Canelo. I mean, it's Canelo. but I think the speed is going to be there. If Canelo try to come in heavier, it's going to be at a disadvantage to him because Bud going to move on him. He's going to be able to move. He's naturally quicker. He's naturally more athletic. He's naturally more agile. I do think Canelo naturally hits harder, and Canelo has phenomenal head movement to be a Mexican. But that head movement ain't got. He's gonna get tagged by Bud. So we're gonna see. I think Bud's gonna win. I don't think Bud's gonna knock him out or stop him or nothing like that. I think he's gonna win on the cards. But like I said, Canelo can crack, and if he tag Bud, it's a wrap.
Nah, I don't think that neither because he be tagging guys and he still ain't stopping. He dropped and tagged guys. He didn't stop Charlo. He didn't stop.
But Charlo ran the rest of the fight. Charlo literally ran. Charlo didn't engage no more.
Cut me off when I said one name. I was about to say Berlanga, Charlo, Ryder. The list goes on. Laura, like it's a lot of guys he touching. He ain't stopping these dudes. He didn't stop Triple G.
Danny Jacobs.
It's a whole bunch of dudes that ain't of the Crawford pedigree. And he did. His last stoppage was what? Caleb Plant.
Yep.
That might have been it. What? How many years ago?
Canelo's power has always been overrated. He's who he knocked out. He knocked out Amir Khan for what that's worth. He knocked out James Kirkland for what that was worth at the time. And his best knockout in recent memory is Kovalev, because Kovalev was the champion, regardless of the loss against Ward in the second fight. He was coming off of a stoppage of Yardy, and he was the champ, and that was a good victory. But lots of guys don't went the distance with him, including Lara.
Bro, Jaime Munguia went the distance with him.
Jaime Munguia. What's his name? The guy that just got knocked out.
Berlanga.
Yeah.
Charlo, Ryder, Triple G.
Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. went the distance. Yeah. So the thing is, Canelo can punch. Don't get it twisted. He can knock you out.
He knocking out guys like Yeardrum, Billy Joe Saunders, and Caleb Plant, bro. He knocking those guys out.
And even Sanders didn't really get knocked out. He retired because his eye socket was broken.
Oh yeah,
that was a TKO.
But he got broken with a punch. He didn't get broken by the wind.
No, but I'm saying when we're talking knockout, like if he hits Bud and that's a wrap, that means he knocks him out cold.
If he hit him and crack his eye, I mean, I would still count that as a knockout, bro.
Well, it's not. It's TKO.
It's not.
He quit on his school.
It's not a different column for TKO versus KO. It's all in the knockout column. Same column.
Well, okay. Either way, he didn't knock him unconscious, and he's hell of a chin. One hell of a chin, but this just adds to the intrigue because he ain't been getting hit by guys that can punch like Canelo Alvarez. And if people think Canelo can't punch, all you got to do is go look at when he fought this cat that got knocked out last weekend, and look at that left hook he uncorked on him, man. How quick and powerful that punch was. That put Berlanga, it knocked him to the ground. Berlanga was stunned by the punch, but he didn't go down because he was dizzy and hurt. It's just the force of the punch just took that dude, damn near 200 pounds, and forced him to the ground. Man, he unhooked that thing quick. So this is a super compelling fight. I'm still undecided who I think. I just don't know who to pick, because what I was going to tell you is my concern for Canelo is just what the man said right there. He's that powerful guy to box and move. And I got a feeling Bud Crawford can box and move a lot better than what he's shown us in his 40 previous fights, because he's a badass and he likes to fight. But if he really wants to concentrate on boxing and use his speed advantage, he can make it a really long night for Canelo Alvarez, you know? Because Canelo, he doesn't fight like a Mexican. He tries to box everybody, you see? He doesn't try to use his size and weight. And I agree, and Mark, I know you remember I told you, it wouldn't be advantageous for Canelo to try to get big in this fight. That's the worst thing he could do. Worst thing he could do is try to get big. He's going to want to be light on his feet and try to negate some of that speed advantage that Crawford naturally has over him. Because while Crawford is faster, it's not like Canelo's a slowpoke and can't get shots in, because he can. He certainly can. So, man, I'm just crazy looking forward to that fight. And it's going to be free, too.
Yeah, I got Bud, man. Y'all already know I got Bud, man. I just think I don't think Canelo. I can't remember last time Canelo, if ever, he fought a guy like Crawford or is accomplished. When last time he did, he lost. This guy can bounce lefty, righty. He got power in both hands. He can fight going forward, backwards. He got lateral movement. He got a good jab. He's a counterpuncher. He can lead the dance. Crawford know how to set traps. I just can't remember last time Canelo fought a guy like that. And when he has, he lost. You know?
Yeah. It's just more intrigue. The fight has a crazy amount of intrigue
and
around
Canelo
it.
like to take breaks in the middle of the fight, too. He like to take breaks between rounds 7 and 9. Crawford don't take no breaks in between 7 and 9. He's more sneaky when he takes his breaks, too. He ain't just Canelo would literally just go to the ropes and I'm gonna do the high guard on the ropes and try to catch you with a hook or catch you with some shit while you trying to brush him on his break. Bivol was smart enough. Was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Mayweather was smart enough where he still got his shots, but it was like touch, boom, pop, bang, touch, stiff arm, then right hand. But while Canelo was trying to take those little breaks, he didn't overcommit. A lot of times people overcommit when Canelo take those breaks, and he make them pay for it. But Bivol didn't, Mayweather didn't. Triple G did. He caught Triple G with some shots, but Triple G caught him with some good shots too. So I don't know, man. I just don't see Crawford losing, man. Maybe because I've never seen him lose. I got to see it. But every Crawford fight, I've seen it. Even when it goes to the scorecard, it ain't no, damn, man, I don't know. It could go either way with this one. Bud's been beating everybody and beating them decisively. So I don't know. I think they, like I said, they gave Crawford too much time to get comfortable in that weight. This ain't a guy coming up in weight in May and I got to fight you in September. Like, no, he had over a year to get ready for this fight. And I keep telling
that might have been a bad.
And look, and Terrence Crawford is not a guy I want my face on his vision board in his room or in his gym where he's just like, I'm going to beat you up a year from now. And he got a whole year to get ready for me. Hell no. I don't want to give him that much time to get ready. That's too much time.
And there's their key intangible. Bud Crawford, anyone can see in him, like you might have a cousin, it might be you, could be me. He's that type of guy that you don't want to tell him he can't do it. Man, he's fucking up bad if you tell that man that he can't do something. And conversely, the intangible for Canelo is he is not going to want to lose to a career welterweight. He's going to be fighting his hardest, too, because there's no fucking way. I mean, he's a prideful fucking dude, too, just like Bud or any fighter. He's not going to want to lose to a guy moving up to almost 3 weight divisions, considering, you know. So the fight just got intrigue written all over it. It's going to be a huge event.
It's huge. Why people saying no? I think Brandon was one of the people shouted at Brandon Washington. He was like, man, don't nobody care about this fight. It's a money grab. Bud gonna lose. But I think he said, I hope Bud win because, you know, he riding with the black guy. But he said, but it's a money grab. Like, this shit is like, it don't mean nothing. I was like, shit me. This is a big fight. It's going to be the
well, that shows you.
Man, that's called PBC bias. And, you know, they looked like they was tanking a little bit. And, you know, that was an Al Heyman well. You know what I'm saying? Like, but be for real. This fight on YouTube, it's the biggest fight we've had since Pacquiao Mayweather. So, man, be for real. I think it's some money. Whatever it is, people gonna tune in and watch it.
Yeah, they're gonna get the money either way. That's Brandon illustrating either straight bias or not knowing the heart of a fighter. These guys are competitors, man. They're gonna get in there. And now there's a chance that the fight won't live up to the hype because, let's be honest, big fights like this rarely live up to the hype. It's hard. You got months and months, and in this case, a year of hype, and it's only going to get bigger as the fight gets closer. So it makes it very difficult for a fight, even with two game warriors, to live up to the hype, you see. But there ain't no way either one's getting in there and laying down. No fucking way. Money or not, because they're going to get the money anyway. Bud Crawford is not built like that, and neither is Canelo Alvarez. Those two are just not built like that. I got a sneaking suspicion that the fight's going to be a classic, like a modern day barn burner. But
Yeah,
what I
because
think
neither one
Canelo,
of these guys is gonna do Tom and Jerry boxing or jab and grab all night. This ain't that.
nah,
It's
it's just not their style.
they so competitive. They so competitive too. I just feel like these type of guys, man. Like, damn, these tickets almost gone too. You see this arena? Golly, look at this shit.
They're fighting in the stadium,
The
though.
football stadium, and these shit is damn near gone. Look at this shit. It's all those pink or resales. I don't even count the pink. Pink is like people don't bought the seats and they resell them. Like, but look at there's a lot of seats gone, bro. You zoom out. I don't know if y'all can see this, but you look at it like this, a lot of gray and a lot of pink. These blues right here, they're further away. They're gonna cost more, but damn, there's a lot of seats gone, man. Damn.
That might be a good fight to bet the draw.
Hell yeah, I'm betting the draw on this one.
Yep.
Let's see, I'm gonna look at.
So if you're a Bud Crawford fan, you got to be real happy for Bud Crawford because Bud Crawford's made some money. Let's be honest, he's made some decent money, but this is going to be a colossal.
He made more than Spence, and everybody said he was broke, and then he made more than Spence.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. That Canelo payday, that's well, I don't know, because if it's not pay-per-view, it's really the turkey. And you got to like the fact
about
that
$50 million for this fight, from what I heard.
Yeah, you're going to make a lot of money, man. Win, lose, or draw, man.
$50 million.
And in the past, a lot of people have claimed Canelo's had promotional protection like A-side fighters often get. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't, I don't know. But in this fight, I don't feel like he's going to have that. This fight's taking place because Turkey, he loves Bud Crawford. When you see the fights, Bud Crawford sitting right next to him. This fight without Turkey wouldn't even be happening. So I think Bud will get a fair shake if he wins a close fight. I don't think that Turkey will protect Canelo.
Nah, Canelo saying he can't beat him in Vegas. Like, bro, you ain't gonna beat me in Vegas. Like, you gonna? I don't know. I don't know why people think he got to knock him out to win the fight. I don't think Crawford got to knock him out to win this fight.
No, I don't think that. Bivol didn't knock him out, and Bivol is not a big a star as Crawford.
Yeah, and Crawford lands clean shots. It's like it's not hard to notice when he's landing. That's why I think he's gonna. I think he's better than what people give him credit for.
Well, he gets a lot of credit. He's a consensus pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world.
That's what I mean. Get credit.
Against Canelo. Well, yeah. Well, that's because of the circumstances. The guy's basically moving up 3 divisions, at least 2, because most fighters fight 2 divisions over their fighting weight anyway. So Bud Crawford was cutting weight to make 47 and 54. He's still cutting weight. He's not a small guy. All you got to do is look at him next to Canelo, and you can see there is no size advantage for either fighter that I can see. I don't see it. And Bud Crawford's very deceptively strong. He's got that wrestling background, which certainly doesn't hurt. I used to wrestle in high school, and I can tell you, you learn things on how to leverage your body. I don't think Canelo could push him around at 54, but he damn sure not going to be out-muscling him, and it's not his style anyway. Canelo doesn't fight like that. But that's what I'm getting at. I think Canelo's best chance is to, in this fight, do something that he typically doesn't do, maybe only in spots. I think he needs to jump right on Bud Crawford and go raging bull on him. And he needs to fight like that in spurts. That's his best chance, because if he lets Crawford get warmed up, and get his rhythm, then I got to favor Bud Crawford to outbox Canelo. Canelo's got to go raging bull in this fight, and that's not his style, really. I think he could have did a lot better against Mayweather. At least could have won maybe a round or two, but he never once tried to enforce his size or his strength. He tried to box with Mayweather the whole time. And by the fifth round, Mayweather, you could see it in his face. He was like, I can't believe this motherfucker wants to box. He wants to stand here and box with me. He stands and boxes with Crawford. Crawford will do to him what he did to Madrimov. 1-2s off the top of the head. Crawford gets his punches off quicker than Canelo. See, that's the thing. He's very adept at being in the pocket and firing off combos, 1-2s. Sometimes he'll follow it with the third punch. But Canelo is very deliberate with his attack. He wants to come right in the front door. And he's gotten worse and worse in that since he knocked Kovalev out. He just wants to come right in the front door.
Yep.
And if he lets Crawford get warmed up and get his rhythm going, this is why some people are saying Bud Crawford might be able to really do a number on him. You see? He needs to try to jump on Bud Crawford. And in the first round, he's got to try to do something to hurt him and bum rush him, and you never know.
That
Maybe he
ain't
lands.
him, that's not even how he fight though.
Well, in spurts he does. I've seen him do it in spurts.
No,
but
early on, you said jump on him early. Canelo don't do that, jumping on you early.
No, he doesn't. But I'm saying that's what I think he should do. That way, you never know. He could maybe land a finished punch, maybe, or he could maybe score a knockdown, or if he
can run into some shit being reckless.
I was gonna say, or he could get hit by something that changed the entire trajectory of the fight.
Like, hold up, I didn't even expect this guy to have that kind of power, and then he shit.
Certainly,
like I said, Canelo. I mean, Crawford is gonna have the quickness, edge. He's more athletic, even at 38. He's more dynamic of a mover. Period. So all those boxes are checked. And if he has some power to make, you know what I'm saying, Canelo a little leery of fighting it, man, Canelo in for a long ass night. That because only reason I'm saying that is because, you know, before the Earl Spence fight, I was like, you know, if you know, the thing was if Earl Spence can take Bud's power, Earl Spence is in for a long night, and it ended up being the other way around.
Yeah.
So, you know, it ended up being what I call the massacre of all massacres. I've never seen two fighters that was rated that high. This much anticipated fight be that lopsided. You know. So I'm not expecting to see nothing like that in this fight. But if we happen to see something like that, for one, that'll speak volumes to who Terrence Crawford is. Terrence Crawford would have been probably the best fighter that I've seen. He would have surpassed Floyd to me. Still think Floyd defensive prowess is like something I've never seen. But I've never seen a finisher, an aggressive, madman, but controlled like Terrence Crawford. If Terrence Crawford is able to do what he did to, you know, because I don't see Canelo with a retreat boxing. I don't see him with that type of style. That's not going to be effective against Terrence Crawford. He's going to have to come forward. He's going to have to bring the fight to Terrence Crawford.
Precisely. That's why I said what I said. He's not going to outbox him. That's a road to a lopsided loss. So he has to outfight him, which ain't going to be easy. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just think that's his best strategy.
But he's not going to turn into Joe Frazier overnight, brother. Like, that's not how he fights. He's a boxer.
Well, he fights like that in spurts. He's capable of it. But you know, it's different styles make for different situations.
When's the last time you seen Canelo fight versus box?
I feel as though he's boxing more because that tank isn't as strong. Like he can't come out and shoot as wide early like that. It's definitely like he has to pace himself, And even in pacing himself, he take rounds off.
And he be drinking.
And it's not only that, he
Viva
oftentimes fighting guys that are a lot bigger than he is. So he doesn't have the advantage of pressing that type of aggression because everybody he fights is bigger than him. Canelo is a small super middleweight. That's why this fight has the ultimate intrigue for me between Bud being such a badass and the fact that Canelo's a small super middleweight. Now, he can crack, but like I say, I know he doesn't. That's not his style of fighting. Like I said, I've seen him do it in spurts. Like against Kirkland, when he went after Kirkland, he kind of went at him with two fists and stopped him. You know, he can do it in spurts, and that's what I think he should do, fight in spurts. If he tries to be as athletic and box, I could see a scenario, and you hear people saying this, where Crawford might really do a number on him. I don't think he stops him. I mean, anything can happen, and Bud's got crazy deceptive power. He hits you with the shot you don't see. But Canelo's chin, that's probably his best attribute. He's got a chin like a fucking concrete building. I mean, he's taking big, big punches. And I don't think he's ever been down. I don't think him or Crawford ever been down in a fight.
Oh yeah, Canelo never been down. Bud never been down officially, but he ran around on Mean Machine and caught some shit and definitely went down, but it wasn't official.
Yeah, it's real hard to tell. I've watched that knockdown a whole bunch of times, and it's hard to tell.
Well, he was helped down too, though. I don't get me wrong, he was helped down too. He was slide, but you know, Green Machine did kind of force him down a little bit.
It was a lot of body contact, and you know, if you really watch a lot of fights when knockdowns happen, a lot of times there'll be a lot of body contact, and the other fighter will go off his feet. And yeah, a punch may have landed. Triple G against Danny Jacobs. One Triple G knocked him down in the first or second round. He fell into Danny. He hit him with a punch that wasn't even all that, but he fell into him. And Jacobs went off his feet, and the ref called it a knockdown. And Hopkins was looking at him like, "Can I get that?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess you can get it." But that would, I don't know. Danny got right back up. His eyes were perfectly clear.
Danny Jacobs secretly won that fight to me. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I felt like Danny Jacobs secretly won that fight.
Yeah, it was close. I had Golovkin by the 1 point, which was the knockdown, which, like I say, to me, it was too much body contact. It's easy to get knocked off your feet in a boxing ring, a lot easier than what fans realize, you know. Now, when you see a clean knockdown, I mean, of course. But a lot of times it's body contact, legs, you know, just, you know, one fighter's foot comes off the ground, it's balance compromised, and, you know, they oftentimes call it a knockdown. But nonetheless, I think that's what Canelo needs to do. I think that's his best key to victory, because if he doesn't do that, he's going to get outboxed. But even after all this time, the fight's been a done deal. I don't know who to pick. I just don't know who to pick in that fight.
Do y'all think the lifestyle at the end of the day is going to be more of a thing?
Yeah, but I think Canelo lives a pretty decent boxer lifestyle too. I don't think he lives it to the degree of Bud, but I think Canelo lives a pretty decent boxer lifestyle.
You never see Canelo out of shape.
Yeah, I've never seen Canelo out of shape.
He does drink alcohol, though.
Yeah, I mean, I seen him posted up with taking a picture with Nas smiling and shit, which was kind of funny to me. But after a fight, posing with Nas with a glass of Hennessy, but
yeah, I don't think that's going to play into it. I really don't. I think they're both going to be at their very best, you know. But again, even with that, it's just so much intrigue. Canelo has got almost 70 fights, and I don't see much decline in him like others. I hear a lot of people saying he's declining because he hasn't been getting the KOs. Maybe, but I think he's still very valid indeed. But 70 fights is 70 fucking fights. Yeah, I mean, that's 70 training camps. That's a lot of wear and tear, man. I don't care what Canelo says, because he says he feels real good. Maybe he does. I don't know. Everybody in his camp getting busted for steroids.
Megazard, here, this that picture of him and Nas.
Yeah, that shit hilarious, bro. That shit had me dying laughing.
This look like right after a fight too. He got
Yeah, it was definitely right after a fight.
or some tough sparring. He got some lumps on him. Right there under his eyes over here, not over this eye, lip, this eye right here.
I think it's
Nas don't look enthused. Canelo look happy to be in the picture with Nas.
man, Nas looked like they bombarded his ass when he was not looking and was like, hey, take a picture with Canelo.
Word up, son.
Hey, yo, son, I seen the fight tonight. Good shit today. Good shit tonight, son. If you see Jim Jones, put him on the shit for me, yo.
Okay, Nas look happier in this picture right here. Like, yo, that's just, look how little Canelo looks to Nas, man. Damn.
And Nas small as hell, bro. Like, I've seen Nas in person. Nas small as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, man, Canelo is small at super middleweight, straight up small. Not big, not average, small. I listened to this interview with this fighter one time. He was working sparring partner for Canelo. This was about 5-6 years ago. He said he got out to the gym early and Canelo wasn't there and he wasn't coming till the next day. So he hung around in the gym and everybody talking about Canelo, how hard he punches and how badass he is. He said the next day when Canelo walked in, he didn't even recognize. He said, "Who the fuck?" He knew it must have been him because everybody got excited and everything. But he said he couldn't believe how small he was. He said he looked like a welterweight. Canelo's a blown up junior middleweight. That's all he's ever really been. He's had success at super middleweight. He got popped for performance enhancer. Some people suggest ever since he came off of that, he's not the same. And I don't know that that's not true. I don't know. He claims it was meat, but none of these fighters admit when they get caught, right? They don't just say, yeah, you got me.
Yeah, you caught me, man. I cheated.
Yeah, you know, it's eggs, ashwagandha root, you fucking name it. Don't blame me.
Hey, look, medicine, what the girl, Hannah Gabriel said, her dog was nursing and she had steroids from the dog because her puppy was given birth, so I had to put this ointment on the. I like, so your husband couldn't do that? You ain't got no gloves or nothing? Like,
that's crazy. I never heard that.
First of all, to be dealing with your dog giving birth and helping your dog have puppies without gloves is nasty anyway.
For real.
Let alone rubbing medicine on them with your hand. Come on, Hannah Gabriel. Hannah Gabriel was cheated, man. I don't care what nobody say. She cheated.
Yeah, man.
Hey, what about this $15 million that Clarissa Shields supposedly raised to fight 47-year-old Layla Ali?
What y'all think? I'll go last. Y'all tell what you think about that first, Megazord? You brought it up.
Man, get out of here, man. Layla Ali not gonna fight, bro.
She said that Jake Paul card. She said 15 to 20 million. It take for anybody. You need to have 15, 20 million before you can call me. So she put that number out there. She said even throughout that whole broadcast, she was telling Jay, she was, I wish you had this going on when I was fighting. He was like, we're trying to bring you back. She said, oh, for real? She said, we can do that. And then we got to talk about it after this fight.
Yo, right. I don't see it happening. If they do, Clarissa Shields gonna beat her.
Yeah.
Lady Ali 47?
Yeah. Layla Ali was like 47, bro.
She hasn't fought in over a decade.
But she keep talking
well,
like
one
she
thing
can
I'll
knock
tell
this
you, man,
girl out. You shouldn't keep saying, I'll knock Clarissa out or I would have knocked out. Well, shit, stop talking about it like that then.
She's fine as hell still, I'll tell you that,
Good
man.
night.
She got her daddy's genes, man. That
oh my God. Tell us you homo without telling us you homo. Damn. he said, oh my God, she's fine. She got her daddy's
Marcus,
genes.
I'm not homophobic.
You sound like you want to fuck Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace.
Muhammad Ali was a good-looking man.
Oh my God, man! Let me go get the weed out the car. I gotta go smoke. Megazord, cook this.
Go get you some weed. Get you
some. Damn, Jerry was like, oh man, the greatest. Oh, damn, Jerry, tell us how you really feel. Who else you think was cute?
Well, like I say, Layla, she looked like $1 million. And while we're talking about millions, about 15 years ago, they sold some of Ali's rights, a portion, for like $80-90 million. And from what I understand, a few years back, they sold a little bit more of it for tens of millions of dollars. That woman does not need the money. So I don't think she's going to do it.
They sold the
even
license into her fights?
No, her dad.
She don't get paid off of that.
She don't get that.
That go to Bob Arum.
Well, I'm not sure about that because they said apparently, well, you can look into it, and I'm not going to speak too much on it, but I don't think she needs the money because from what I read in that article, they got a whole lot of money for whatever rights that they had retained. Nonetheless, I don't think she beats Clarissa. She's been out of the ring too long. Clarissa Shields at heavyweight is a straight-up beast. She was a beast when she was cutting weight to make 160 and 54 and wherever she was fighting. But you can see at heavyweight, she's too young, she's too strong. Later been out the ring too long, and I think she'll make. If they fight, she'll make a game effort. But I don't see her winning.
I just think Clarissa, like, is more athletic. I mean, of course she's younger, but I'm saying even in her heyday, she was more athletic. And she put her punches together better.
Yeah,
she's too much for her.
Women's boxing has advanced so much too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like if you look at Layla Ali, that was like, okay, she was for that time, that shit was cool, but Clarissa, like I said, she put her punches together better. She got better head movement. And I'm gonna be, who was Layla Ali fighting?
Not too many, but back then there wasn't hardly any decent women fighters. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, nah, I don't think Layla Ali takes this fight. It ain't gonna be this. It ain't gonna be what we saw with Pacquiao tonight. She getting her ass whooped if she get in the ring with Clarissa Shields.
Oh, guess who owns Muhammad Ali's rights? Y'all ready for this?
Paul McCartney.
No. Close. Authentic Brand Group, ABG, owns the licensing rights to Muhammad Ali, including his name, image, likeness, and trademark. Acquired these rights through a deal with Muhammad Ali Enterprise, which is now owned by ABG, and a partnership with Lonnie Ali as trustee of the Muhammad Ali Family Trust. So the family does get money, so they do have a family trust. But this is owned now by ABG, and look who's on this now. Jamie Salter is the chairman, founder, and CEO. But when you start looking at the shareholders and the top shareholders, look who you see right here. See these companies right here. Let's keep scrolling, and then they're going to show independent shareholders: Shaquille O'Neal and David Beckham getting paid off the Ali fight.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
Shaquille O'Neal and David Beckham are independent shareholders. Wow.
Yep. I can believe that. That's how big money. That's how big money rolls, man.
Wow.
I used to work for a car dealership, and the car dealership was owned by an investment group, and one of their investors, among other famous, was Roger Clemens. You know, the baseball pitcher. Used to pitch.
Who Pop Dirty?
Yeah. Well, he and these other investors owned like 800 dealerships nationwide. So when you got money like that, that's how these guys just keep getting richer and richer, because you got money to buy Ali's rights. You got money to buy Michael Jackson's catalog, and just make mad money, you know. But yeah, Ali and them, they still retained some of the exclusive rights. So that what I read in that article was they got $80 million for what they sold then about 15 years ago. And yeah, like I said, I think I read 4 or 5 years ago, they also sold. Now maybe she don't get all the money. I don't know. You know, but I don't think she needs money.
But she brought it up. She said $15 to $20 million.
I heard her
come back. So, is Clarissa too small for Layla Ali? Layla Ali is a big woman. She's 6 feet, right? She ain't no little chick.
Yeah, she was like 175 back when she was fighting back then. But I don't think she's too small. Not now. I don't think Clarissa's ever going to come out of heavyweight now. I think she's going to stay there. And
might as well
to
get
me-
undisputed there. Be the quadruple GOAT. She already a triple
Yeah,
GOAT.
yeah.
2-time gold medalist. 3-time undisputed. Go and get 4-time undisputed. Like I don't know why people don't like the kid, man. Like she's supposed to talk.
Well,
that
because
shit.
she talks about fighting men.
She ain't did that
That
in a
turns
long
me
time,
on.
man. That's been years.
Well, she hasn't done it recently, no. But she's done plenty of it. For that turns me off to her a little bit too, because I know she's a badass, and I know she's likes to hype herself. I get up, but stop talking about you can beat Keith Thurman and Gennady Golovkin and fucking pro men fighters. You can't. You can beat the shit out of these women, and you have, and yeah, you are the GOAT. But I think that, and she's kind of brash outside the box a little bit. I don't really hold that against her because she's promoting herself, and she's done damn good at it.
Would y'all support that event if it happens though? Jared Megazar? Would y'all watch it? Would y'all buy it? They said they was looking at Dallas Stadium. Megazar, would you go down the street? That's because that's gonna tell me everything. If it's worth you, like bro, like I ain't even going down the street, let alone flying to Vegas or. Cause they was like T-Mobile and Dallas Stadium will host that fight. What you got, Megazar? Would you go down the street to Dallas Stadium? That tells me everything I need to know. Megazar said, "Man, I'm going to bed, yo." He said, "I'm out of here." He said, I'm out of here. I'm not watching this. I would watch it, man. I would support that fight. I'll watch it.
I damn sure watch it. I don't really go to fights no more, but I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I watch it. I mean, but my daughter, she spends all of her time in her room, and my wife, she's always in bed early. I'm a boxing fan. 9 times out of 10, I box fights just because. I watch them alone nowadays.
Yep.
I used to have fight parties when people would get together for them, but I don't know. I lost contact with the few fight fans that would come and pay-per-view with me, and I like this card tonight. I sit there and watch it, me and the dog.
And the dog just ready for you to put that cigarette and go take a walk with him. Like, man, go take me for a walk. Dog was like, I stayed up with you all night thinking we was going for a walk. Just sitting here.
That motherfucker was sitting there begging for food because usually I'll be snacking.
Oh,
but I
was there begging.
Yeah, I was hyped for this Manny fight. That had me excited, and I didn't feel like snacking. This motherfucker looking at me the whole time like, what's up, man? It's me and you with the fights, and where's the chips and shit?
Drop some of the crumbs on the floor for your boy.
This fucking dog, man. This dog, I adopted this dog, Mark, and this some bitch. He's the thickest motherfucker you ever seen.
Kind of dog.
I mean, he's so strong. I don't know. The guy told me he's a Belgian Shepherd mixed with a pit bull.
Damn.
I could see both in him. He's fierce as a motherfucker, man.
That was a weird ass mating session. A Belgian Shepherd.
People don't even want to come around, man. I walk the dog, and people are scared of him, man. He looks like a bear, and he's just so. He's dark brown and brindle. His undercoat is gold brindle. You know brindle. It's like stripes.
Yeah,
like a lot of pit bulls. Yeah. His outer coat is brown. Like my couch is brown. Last night when I went to go to bed.
Inner coat, outer coat? Like what you mean? Like when you shave him down low, he look different or something?
Well, yeah. If his undercoat, you can see the gold brindle. But if you look at him from a distance, he just looks like brown. He's all brown.
Oh, okay, you got to get right up on him. So, but he's furry.
Yeah,
though. He's fluffy, furry though, like big.
Yeah, motherfucker's kind of odd. He's got long hair like around his neck and stuff.
Like a lion. Sound like he look like a lion or something.
Yeah, man, he looks like a straight up bear. I'd take a motherfucker down the street, man. People cross the street just looking at him, and he's strong, man. His chest is he's so barrel chested. He will pull your ass down the street. But more than anything, when I first got him, he scarred both my forearms up playing with him, just gnawing on me like crazy, man. He don't know when to stop. I've had to put him on his back a couple of times because the girl at the thing, she told me when he gets like that, you have to put him on his back and hold him down, and he'll learn. But that motherfucker ain't learning. As soon as I let him up, yeah. So as soon as I let him up, man, he's right back in the fray.
He like ready to play again. Like, oh, that was fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah, man, just growling the whole time. Just crazy with it,
creating
man.
a monster, bro. You riling him up.
No, you know
better
what?
than me, because I would never adopt a dog again, man. I remember one time I tried to adopt this dog. It was a somebody told me they had they was like, man, they got some German Shepherd puppies over there, man. I was like, oh, for real? I wanted a German Shepherd. I go over there. The lady was like, all the Shepherd puppies are gone. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, well, we got this one right here. And I looked at it. I was like in the room. And when I opened up the door, man, it was like looking into the eyes of death, man. It was a big ass pit bull. And when I say, I mean, it was one of them gold pit bulls, like the red nose joint, grown ass pit bull, like a fucking lion. He looked like the lion, like a lion. I was like, yo, nah, I'm good, shawty. She was like, well, he does need a good home. I said, man, I came to get a German Shepherd puppy, not fucking Cujo from Stephen King. Now I was like, this dog is huge. She was like, he's so gentle. Look, he's in there. And she had a little toy dog in her hand. And she put her dog down. I said, don't give him a snack. she put down a little toy Yorkie. Toy Yorkie went right over there to him, started lifting and snicking on him, licking his balls and shit. I was like, oh, of course he like that dog. He's getting some head. I'm not giving him any head. There's no dogs in my house to go give him a ball lick. She was like, nah, he's cool.
He's cool.
So
he's cool with
so I had some treats I had some little treats that I was gonna give the puppies that I was gonna have. So I give him a little treat. I throw it about 20 yards to him. He goes get it. Then I throw another one 10. And then he's getting closer to me like, he's like, nah, nigga, don't throw nothing else at me. I'm walking over here. You can hand it to me, dog. I was like, okay. So he walks right up on me, and he kind of got me like pinned to the homie's car, who set me up. I was like, man, you knew they ain't had them with German Shepherd puppies when you brought me over here. He was like, I didn't know. I thought they had like 1 or 2 left, but I knew they was going fast. But she do need to get rid of this dog. I said, yeah, that's why you brought me over here. You trying to smash. So anyway, I was like, man, I don't know. I got to think about it. So I opened up the door to get to leave, and the dog jumps in the car. I said, see. They was like, see, he likes you. I said, no, this nigga's trying to take over. He's trying to express his dominance. So, but he was cool though. Like he was looking at me like when we got in the car. I ended up getting in the car. He reached over my shoulder, licked me on my cheek, and just clapped his head like in the the middle of the car, like the little armrest, like kind of propped his head right there, like sliding it under my arm, like, man, thank you, bro. And let me rub his head. So I brought him on home, man. My wife almost flipped her wig, right? Actually, before I brought him home, I brought him back with me to my job for the rest of the day. So I had him behind the damn store that I was working at. And so he's with me at the damn renter center type shit. All the customers paying their bills now. They see the dog in the back. So I was like, okay, this dog is aggressive. So I kind of liked the fact that everybody was seeing the dog and it was a little scary. It's kind of cool. It's like a little power thing. It's like walking around with like a little brother that's like kind of slow. But he's big as hell. He's like a little brother, but he was like, damn, it's your little brother. Like that nigga is like Ray Lewis size, but he retarded. You get what I'm saying? But you're the only one to listen to him. So got the dog home. Probably got the dog over here for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Dog started digging big ass holes in the yard. Now everything cool, but he was digging big ass holes in the yard. I guess he was trying to stay cool. I walked back there one day and I said, Lucky, stop digging these damn holes in the yard. Bro, when I say Lucky looked at me like, who the fuck you talking to? Or start charging towards me. Nigga, I ran out my fence and shut the door. I walk all the way around my house, come in through the garage, go back in, and now I'm looking at him talking shit through the screen door. I was like, oh, you growling at me? You growling at me? I'm about to send your ass back over there to Kim or whatever her name is. But yeah, Lucky had to get the hell away from it. Like I was like, oh shit, this dog just chased me out my backyard, just scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
So I ain't adopted no dogs ever since then, man. I got rid of Lucky like 2 days later. I heard that guy sold him to the Chinese spot, man. I don't know what he's doing up there. Maybe he guarded. This
motherfucker here, I wouldn't have adopted him. He was 4 months old when I adopted him. He was a puppy. But if I went there now and it was this dog that I have now, no fucking way would I adopt him. Yeah. And I'm not fearful of dogs. But let's be honest, I'm human like anyone else. Yeah. A full-grown dog.
Can kill you, bro. It would kill you and maim you, man.
Oh, they'll fuck you up quick. I hear people talking tough. I'll kill that dog. Yeah, motherfucker.
You got to get to him. You're going to have to have a weapon.
You can't react as quick as them, man. They don't bite your ass 5, 6, 7 times before you even make a move.
You're going to be down focusing on that arm that you losing blood and nerve damage and tendons and ligaments.
Plus, you can't hurt them. I hit this fucking dog with my mini bike. I hit him with my mini bike a couple weeks ago in the backyard. I didn't do it on purpose. He ran out there, fucking broadsided him. He didn't even yelp. He bounced off of it and like it was nothing. You can't hurt dogs, man. They're one-to-one.
Man, you can't, man. I remember when I had this another pit. Yeah, man. I didn't know that dog, man. That dog didn't have no loyalty to me. And plus, that dog had got abused. I found that out too. The people, when they moved, they left the dog tied up in the back.
Oh no!
Just left them tied up, and kids used to. So eventually, he just dug the spike thing up. So he would be running around the neighborhood with a chain attached to him, dragging the spike.
Yeah.
The kids were throwing shit at him, so that's why she rescued him and started feeding him because she was like, "Damn, that's the neighbor's dog." So, but man, hell yeah, I ran from Lucky. Hell yeah, I ran from Lucky. I remember when I got that one time I had a dog. Me and the dog was playing so rough. Dog did something to me. And my knee-jerk reaction was I punched him. Nigga, my hand was sore for like 3 days, maybe 4. Dog running around chilling, ain't feeling nothing. I'm still in pain. Like, hit the damn, playing with a pit bull getting rough, and pit bull got too rough with me. Hit the motherfucker, nigga. My hand was sore. Like, I was like, oh, man, you won, bro. You won, bro.
He probably didn't even yelp.
No. Probably laughed at me like Mugsley from the from them old cartoons with the Mugsley dog. Like, yeah, man. I used to love playing with my dog Butter, man. She was so big and strong. I'd pick her up and I'd just throw her. And she'd land and run back to me and jump on me, like try to tackle me. And I'd throw her ass again. That shit was like a game for us, man. Or I put her on the trampoline, like it was like a trampoline. I'd throw on the trampoline and watch her bounce up. She'd be spinning around and land, and she'd chase me around and try to get to. Yeah, man, I love dogs, man, but you got it's a labor of love with them. I
love dogs too, man. This dog, his tongue, he's got purple all over his tongue, right? Which is a chow. That's just chow, and he does look like a chow around his head and neck. And my cousin had 2 chows back in the day. He had the mom, and then he had one of the mom's sons. And both them fucking dogs, man, when they got old, they got so territorial that he had to have them both put down because the mom one of them used to sit at the top of the steps where the steps went up some, and then there was a landing, and then the steps went up further to where his bedroom with him and his wife.
Wouldn't let nobody up there.
Wouldn't let him go by.
She wouldn't let him go by.
And it got so bad, he wouldn't let him go by. The wife could go by, but when he would go up to go to bed, he'd go, and he said he said it went on for months because he loved the dog. He loved that dog, but he told me one night he hit it with a baseball bat because the dog bit him, and it just got worse and worse. And that's apparently that's a characteristic of chows.
Yeah, if you hit me with a bat too, I think our relationship is gonna go downhill.
Yeah, well, this is months and months of him putting up with this dog, not letting him up the steps and biting him. And
so the dog would bite him when he went upstairs?
Yeah. That's when he hit it with the bat, with the dog.
So how was he getting past the dog for them first couple months, or was he just sleeping downstairs?
he would just coax his way by, and dog like, nah, nah, you know, giving him shit the whole way, you know, like, and he told me he just got worse and worse until it got to the point where the dog would start attacking him. And you can't put up with that, you know. I told my wife, they love this fucking dog. I told my daughter, I said, look, I love the dog too, but yeah, when he gets older, if he starts doing that shit, because he gets aggressive with my daughter. Not he plays and he plays aggressively, and I allow him that. But sometimes, like I say, I've had to put him on his back a few times. Not recently,
give
though.
Him a shot collar, man. Zap his ass.
Yeah, I've definitely thought about that because they definitely do work.
Man, one time I had to hit a dog with a shot collar. The dog jumped 5 feet in the air like it was dunking a ball or something. I was like, damn, this shit is like Air Bud. Would have thought the dog was gonna dunk, like just tapped it like zzz. Motherfuckers like jumped like 5 feet in the air. I felt bad. I ain't never hit the button no more. Actually, I'm lying. I probably hit it like a couple more times, like I just want to see how high he can jump. I'm like, damn. No, I'm joking. I'm joking for the people listening. I'm joking. But what I did do was, it makes a noise when you do that, right? So after that, that you don't have to zap them no more. That beep and that vibration that they feel, next time they do something, you can hit a button and it'll beep, and their mind remembers like, hold up, that beep normally has a shock with it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that no more. Or you can hit the vibration on them, like, hey man, you doing that shit, beep, vibration. That's almost like a warning. And they be like, oh, let me get this shit together, man, because it's a beep, a vibration, and then next thing you know, I'm dunking from the free throw line, and I don't want that. So yeah, that's how you keep them dogs in check, man. Sometimes I hate to do it, but I had to do it. That was a big ass dog, man.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't got to that point with him, but I've considered it. I'm just concerned about as he gets older, you know, because when we adopted him,
how long you had?
Well, I've had him about 1.5 years now.
Oh yeah, you should be.
But when we went to adopt him, the woman said you can't adopt him. Some families already got him. They just coming to pick him up tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then they called us 2 weeks later and said, "Well, he's back." I said, "Well, why is he back?" He said, "Well, because they bought him." And they got him for the kids.
Hold on, hold on, Jared, slow down. You said we wanted to go get the dog. That was like, well, you can't have him. Somebody else already wanted him. So y'all left with no dog.
Right.
2 weeks later, you get a call. They was like, hey, you still want that dog? He's back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even told you he was back. I would have just said, hey, they never came and got him. So why did they say the people brought him back?
Because I asked them, and she said because they got the dog for the kids, the companion, and he was chewing on the kids.
God.
Yeah, because he plays real rough, right? And he don't know when to really stop.
And they still teasing at 4 months.
Yeah. Oh, this motherfucker chewed up everything when I first got him. He chewed up 4 pair of tennis, nice tennis shoes. He chewed up all my white flip-flops. He chewed on the corner of the fucking walls, on the trim, every fucking corner in the living room. He chewed on that. And I told her, my wife and daughter, they adore him. And
that means y'all not watching him, Jerry, because he shouldn't be doing that.
Watching him, I can't watch this motherfucker all the time. But you ain't heard nothing
cage
yet.
Him.
I
just got if you can't watch him.
Prescription eyeglasses, right?
No.
$400. Yeah. Well, wait until you hear this. I wake up one morning, my wife says, Titan got your glasses. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? She shows me my $450 glasses I just got a couple weeks earlier. He fucking destroyed them. 3 weeks later, he fucking got my daughter's prescription glasses and fucking destroyed them. I said, I'm taking this motherfucker back. He done ate all my fucking shoes.
Y'all can't keep taking the dog. When do they stop taking the dog back? Because you can't just keep taking them back, right? I'm saying, what's the time? I know you never took them back because you still got them, but what is the timeline of once they will not accept the dog back?
Well, I don't know, because I never took them back. Any dog, you know, this is the only dog I've ever adopted. I've always had German Shepherds. Back before I got married, I had 2 or 3 pit bulls. And prior to this dog, I had 2 Jack Russells. and a German Shepherd. But the German Shepherd, I came home one day, she was dead in the backyard, man. Broke my heart.
How she died?
That was the best dog.
I had a heat stroke or something.
That was the best dog I ever had, man. It was a female. I like females.
How she died? Heat stroke or something? What happened to her?
Man, I called the vet. I said, look, man, I come home, the dog laying dead in the backyard. No signs of trauma. She's not bleeding. There's no diarrhea. There's no vomit. He said, well, you can bring her in and I can look. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you some good money. He said, but most likely what happened is I had her on a runner. And he said, dogs, their stomach can turn it. It can flip. He said it happens more with big dogs than little dogs.
Yeah, like Great Danes get that all the time.
Mm-hmm. And he said, without, doing an autopsy, he said that would be what my bet was, man. I dug a hole in the backyard.
But usually that doesn't kill them in one day. That's like it flips, and then once they try to eat or drink again, they'll be feeling the pain, and you'll notice your dog not eating and drinking. You get what I'm saying? That's not something you come home from work and she just dead instant. If that happened and it flipped, it might flip like days.
He told me that it happens just like that, and when it happens, if you don't get them to the vet within like an hour, they're almost certainly going to die.
Oh wow!
At that point, it didn't matter because she was dead. My heart was broken.
Jerry said, I'm not paying $300. I'm not paying $3,000 for an autopsy for a dog, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I took her right to the back, man, and dug a hole. It was a hot summer day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounded like that, a heat stroke, because I had a dog die like that while she was out in the back on her runner, where he flipped his bowl over. But I was gone all day, and I didn't realize he had flipped his bucket. He had a big-ass bucket of water, and flipped it over, and he was dead that day. It was heat.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that got to be a fucked up way to go. I felt bad. I was a little kid, though. I didn't know no better. You's a grown man. You know better. You killed your dog, bro. Shame on you, Jerry.
Yeah, right.
Shame on you, man.
We're dog lovers. We've always, my wife and I and our families, we've always owned dogs. We're responsible dog owners. We take care of them. This motherfucker gets better health care than me. Matter of fact, he's got a nail appointment Tuesday. Get his nails clipped. His nails grow like fucking crazy. And I got to take him up there.
That's good. I know somebody, one of my boys, he talking about he don't never, he just walk his dog on the concrete. He said that fouls him down naturally. I was like, no, it don't.
It does. That's what the vet told me it would.
Oh.
Well, the vet told me the same thing, bro. And it makes sense. But you got to walk them quite regularly, I would imagine. And, there's no concrete around here. I'm not going to go up and walk on the road. Fuck that.
That's what they be talking about. Walk them on the street and on the sidewalk. That right there is scratching up. Like, man, that'll get them long clip ones off, but those things are still naturally long and sharp. You got to get them things clipped.
Yep. And this one, all of his nails are
black. They walk on their paws, not their toenails. That'll just stop the extra from going over, but them things are still long and sharp and shit, man.
Oh, he's sliding all over the place here in the kitchen and the dining room, Oh, that's how I know I got to take him. She told me to bring him every 3 weeks because they can't cut his nails back too far because his nails are black and it's difficult to tell.
Yeah.
It's difficult to tell where, because I like my Jack Russells, all my dogs, I've always clipped their nails
I'll
myself.
Probably never have another dog no time soon, Jerry, unless it'll have to be one of them dogs that don't shed, man, because once we got rid of that pit bull, man, we might still see some hair around here 4 or 5 years later, man. I might still see some damn hair. I'm like, nah, man. And that's to the point it just bothers me now. I went to a restaurant not too long ago, and me and my wife went to a little breakfast spot, and I walk in, I'm looking at the waiter's uniform, and I was like, hold up, it's about 10:15. They just opened it 10 o'clock. Like, his shirt was just so dirty. I was like, oh, this nigga got on a dirty shirt up here serving food early in the morning. Then I started looking at his shirt even more, and I was like, hold up. It's got dog hair all over his shit. I was like, man, I told my wife, I said, man, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. She said, why? I said, I don't want to say nothing. I want to grocery out. She said, what? I was like, got dog hair all over his shirt, man, and on his uniform, on his apron. She was like, for real? I was like, yeah. She said, no, I mean, for real, that's why you want to leave? I was like, yes, man. because I'm watching how they carry the trays out anyway. You know how they have it a little bit close to their body. And then I was like, man, he might drop some dog hair in my drink. I just didn't, like, oh, this nigga got too much dog hair on him. And it's too early in the morning. You wore a dirty shirt to work. I was like, nah, I'm good, man. Man, I ended up leaving the restaurant, yo.
Man, I used to love to go out to dinner, me and the wife, but we hardly ever go anymore because I don't really like fast food. I mean, I'll get the hankering for McDonald's once in a while, and I'll get it once in a while, once or twice a year or something maybe, and occasional Subway sub. But I just do not trust the fucking people making the shit. I don't trust the food. And when I go for fine dining, I'm disappointed. I don't mind paying good money for a good meal, but oftentimes I'm so disappointed in it that I'm like, man, fuck, this wasn't worth it, you know. And I just don't wind up not doing it much. Once or twice a year, we used to go at least once a month out, you know, to a nice restaurant. I used to love to go downtown for fine dining, but it's too dangerous.
Foodie said short-haired dogs like Rottweilers and Dobermans don't shed a lot. Man, shit me. Them Rottweilers shed a lot, man. My pops had a Rottweiler. And named Gaylord. That motherfucker was always shedding. Well, matter of fact, was Gaylord a Rott or a Doberman? She probably was a Doberman. I think Ray Gaylord was a Doberman. She shed it pretty consistently too. She shed it pretty consistently, man. It wasn't like a collie or a chow, but yeah, them shits was shedding a lot, man. It was pretty moderate. Decent, man. I didn't shit. Plus them dogs big as hell too, food. They gonna be eating more than me. I need me a little dog. I want my next dog to be a little dog, something I can sit in the basement with me at the new crib and watch boxing like Jerry was talking about. I don't want a whole homeboy in there, because that's a whole homeboy. Like a Rottweiler Doberman, that's like a whole friend. He want to eat, like Jerry said, he want a beer and some pizza with you. Like with my slice said, Roof.
That's one dog I probably wouldn't own as a Rottweiler.
And they last longer too. I think the bigger dogs die quicker. Like the smaller dogs, they live longer. So I kind of want a dog that's gonna live for a long time.
My Jack Russells the female lived to be 22 and the male was 21 and a half. And out of all the dogs I ever owned, I never owned any dog that shedded more than those Jack Russells. You couldn't even pet them. You pet them and the hair would just be coming off like crazy. Oh, and they were white mostly, and so you could just see the fucking hair everywhere. I love them dogs, man, but they tore my house up, man. This one here, Titan, he sheds, but it's funny how he sheds. When he sheds, I have to take him out and brush him down. And then he's good. He won't lose any hair after that. And then it takes him a few months, 4 or 5 months, then he got to be done again. But in between, he won't leave no hair. He's a funky ass dog. I don't know what he is. I don't know what people ask me. What kind of dog is that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he is. They say they got a thing where you can get them tested and they can tell you. You ever heard about that? They can tell. They'll tell you what kind of dog it is. Or, you know, if it's 60% pit bull, 40% big.
I ain't paying for no genetic test for no dogs.
Yeah, I'm not that curious.
Yeah, if I got to do all of that, I mean, how much? Depending on the price, $50, yeah. Anything more than 50, I ain't doing it.
Right. I'm curious to know, but I mean, it ain't gonna matter. I mean, what the fuck? No matter what they tell me, and they like, I'm gonna get rid of them, you know, because he's this or that. I don't know what he is. He looks like I can see the Belgian. He looks like he's part Chow. I don't fucking know. I'm just glad this motherfucker ain't chewing up all my shit anymore, bro, or he'd be an orphan again. I tell him all the time, you're an orphan. I adopted your ass. And you know what? It's become a trigger word for him. Because I fucked up and would do it with him when I was playing with him and fighting with him. And now when I tell him, he starts growling and, you know, he gets triggered by it.
Like, you're an orphan. Stop picking on me.
Yeah.
I ain't going back to the shelter. It's me or you, Jerry.
See, you know, dogs are quick to learn a pack mentality, but they learn that with their siblings. this dog was separated, I'm certain, from his siblings real early. And so he has a primal idea of pack mentality. Like
He
I
wants
know
to be the leader of the pack then.
yeah, but he doesn't have he only has an instinctual understanding of it. He never learned it because he was separated from the others.
But you guys are his pack now, Jerry. And
yeah, I know.
And you provide the food and the water for him. You the leader of the pack.
Well, that's the main reason why he ain't fucking eating me yet.
Yeah, he ain't fucking with you. He depend on you. I think my next dog might be like a poodle, a Shih Tzu, or like a Yorkie, like something small like that.
Yeah.
Or one of those, what they call it, the Bichon fricassee or something like that. Look like a little toy dog. What's it called? How you say this dog's name? It's just so cute, man. I forgot. I don't know.
If you like poodles, you could get a dog called a cockapoo. They're hypoallergenic. They don't shed, and people aren't allergic to them and shit like that.
Yeah,
if you like poodles, I know fucking poodles. They get that shit in their eyes, and I don't like that.
Oh yeah, I had a Pekingese mixed with a poodle when I was a kid, man, named Bruno. And he used to have that little a little dark shit in his eyes. Like you had to keep him clean all the time. But even then he start, they get it once they get old too. But yeah, man, I might get this little Yorkie or something small like that, miniature Schnauzer or something like that. I want a little dog, man. Shih Tzu. I'm not gonna get another Chihuahua, bro. I had a Chihuahua named Essay.
Yeah.
Right. You get it immediately, right? His name was Essay, and man, Essay was like the meanest damn Chihuahua. I was like, I don't like this nigga, man. Like, he was mean to everybody. Me, my ex-girl. I was like, these dogs are really territorial.
Yeah, they usually pick one person that they're cool with. Did he have, was he cool with you or your wife? One person?
Man, maybe her, not me, but I probably was cool with the old owner that I got him from, but we adopted him from. But he was like a puppy still when we got him, but man, he was mean, man. And they barked all the time, and he used to try to snap at everybody.
Man, poodles can be mean. A lot of people I know that have poodles, the fucking dog, they're little badasses underneath that fur, man. I would tell you to get Jack Russell because they're a very fun breed. They're basically miniature pit bulls, right? They're terriers, and they're very fierce little dogs. They take them out on fox hunts over in England.
But then they shed though. Jack Russell shed.
But that's what I'm saying. They shed a lot, so that wouldn't be a good pick.
I like that Yorkshire Terrier though, a little Yorkie.
Yorkshire, yeah.
They cute little dogs.
My wife Ann had a couple of those Yorkies that you mentioned. She loved them. She had them dogs for a long time, little Yorkies.
I think my brother them Yorkie might be like 20 years old, some crazy shit like that. He might be like 18, 20 years old, something like that. But shit, he blind and he deaf right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blind and deaf, but he can still go to the door, scratch. He go right outside. He know how to go out, pee, and come right back in. I was like, man, he's so small, an owl will get him, think he a little rabbit or something.
Yeah.
And they do not like to get picked up. Like them little dogs like that, they don't want to get picked up. I was like, is that because they've been dropped so many times? Or he was like, yeah, but they old too. So when you pick them up and then you put them down, people just drop them. Like, you got to place them dogs back down because them old little bones and joints, they old.
Yeah.
Like, they look like a cute little puppy, but that's an old man.
Yeah.
Old lady. They don't. Don't pick me up, bro.
Imagine if you're a dog 8 inches tall at your back and a human picks you all the way up 5.5, 6 feet.
In the air.
That's like someone picking you up and raising you up 6 stories in an instant. It spooks them, right?
Yeah, it's like somebody grabbing me off the ground and lifting me up to the distance of a house.
Yeah, or a couple 4 or 5 stories up, just in an instant, and it spooks them. You know, but my Jack Russells, they never seem to mind. I mean, those dogs, they're little tanks, man. They were a lot of fun. It broke my heart to put them. That's the only thing about pet ownership, huh? We don't fuck with cats. We ain't never had a cat because my wife's allergic, but we've always had dogs. And man, when I had to put them dogs down, man, God, that was tough. That was tough because by the time they got old, the female was 22, but the male was 21 and a half years old, man. And the motherfucker, man, yeah, they've been so active their whole life because they're a total bundle of energy. And for their whole lives, right up until the last year, they were super active. But Jack, the one with Jack and his sister Jill, he'd get up on his chair over here, and in the last 8 months, he would only come down to eat, and I'd have to get him down. And he had gotten some kind of cough, and we got him medicine. Huh?
You ain't crying about it, are you? You okay?
I miss that little son bitch, man. He was my wife's dog, and the female, she favored me, but we loved them both. So, man,
you got any pictures of them, or did you get them when they died? You just buried them in the backyard? Because I didn't know this. Some people get the dogs cremated, and then you can get the ashes like pressed into like jewelry and shit. People getting that done with the dogs when they die. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, nah, I had them put down at the vet, and I brought them back here and buried them in the back where I buried the other dogs. But
hold on, so they put them down at the vet and just gave you back the body?
Yeah,
like in a box or something, or what?
In a box, yeah.
Oh damn.
Yep, they was going to dispose of them for an extra fee, but I always bury my dogs. I got 4 or 5 of them back here buried, but
nigga, you got a whole pet cemetery in your backyard.
He had developed this cough, right? And I got him medicine from the vet, cough syrup. And when I first started giving it to him, it would help him because all night, man, he would sit in that chair and just cough. And it would keep me awake, and I felt so bad for him. And the night before I had him put down, the medicine wasn't really working. The doctor told me it's not going to cure him, and he's too old to do anything about it. And he sat in that chair and coughed all night long, man. And next day, I told my wife, I said, I got to do it. I don't want to do it.
Were you in the room when they put the dog down?
Nah, I wasn't. I couldn't bear that part, you know.
Said she couldn't be in the room either. Man, that's the sad shit. I was watching it. It's a YouTube video, and I guess they knew they was about to put their dog down, so they took him, like, got a whole bunch of cheeseburgers and all kind of bullshit that he wanted to eat, probably like burgers and hot dogs. I was like, that's probably why he gone now. Y'all feeding him cheeseburgers. He can't eat that shit, but he loved it. He ate about 2 or 3 cheeseburgers. And I'm talking about the whole burger bun. And I was like, y'all just brought the damn McDonald's burgers and they're giving it to the dog. He don't supposed to eat that shit. But man, he ate them burgers, and everybody was like, I know, we're gonna miss you too. And they had the damn Sarah McLachlan, In the Arms of an Angel, playing in the background. I was like, oh my God, this shit is so sad, man. Just watching people. And then they playing it, everybody in the car with the family, taking them to the vet, and then they go into the vet, and everybody say their goodbyes and they crying. It's like the dog knew, man. It was like he knew. I could see it in his eyes. He knew Jerry. And I was like, golly, man. Yeah. I was like, shit, y'all should have gone just gave him some edibles too. Shit, it's the last day. Go and get him high. I would have been blowing my dog some shotguns.
I give my dog all my dogs all kinds of people food. Every fucking thing that I eat, if the dog wants to eat it, I'll give it to him.
That's bad,
I gave my
Jared.
Jack Russells. But guess what? Those Jack Russells lived to be 22 years old. My German Shepherd before that was a 12 and a half, which is average for a German Shepherd. And my brother-in-law, he you should have just given that dog food. Just give it dog food. I'm like, look, if a dog could talk and you ask the dog, look, you can live to be 15 and you can eat whatever table scraps, whatever. Or you can live to be 20, but you can only have dry dog food every day, every meal. It's the same thing. What do you think a dog would say?
I mean, same thing probably people say, like Jared, the same thing we do. Like, we can live longer too if we didn't drink, smoke, exercise 5 times a week and ate nuts and berries and shit. We be like, nah, man, I'm gonna take a 40 ounce of blunt and a beer, and I'm gonna leave out here about 70 years old. I'm cool.
Well, you know,
I don't need to be here till 100.
I'm cool with that too, because those last 10, 15 years, probably you're gonna be sick anyway. and your quality of life ain't gonna be shit. And meanwhile, you denied yourself. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you just suck on a bottle all day, but I give my dog food. But like, if I have spaghetti, we have spaghetti for dinner, I'll give him some. I'll mix it with his dog food.
Okay, you don't mix it in with it. Okay. Hey, look.
If I eat hot dogs, I give him hot dogs.
That's almost satanic, man, to give a dog hot dog, man.
Well, fuck it, he don't mind. That motherfucker loves them.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
When you get the dog high, somebody said you're supposed to blow the smoke in the ear. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I don't get them high. That's one thing I don't do. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. I don't got no dog anyway, but I heard people say that they get the dog high, they blow the smoke in the ear. I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, nah.
I don't think you should get your dog high, man. I seen somebody get their dog high, and I just feel bad for the dog because the tongue was like hanging out the mouth and it was frozen. Dog was just like, but I was like, yo, why are y'all getting this dog high and y'all laughing about that shit? Seems like dog abuse. You go to jail for that shit. But if the dog is on the way,
cool.
but if the dog, and it's a waste of weed. Like, I mean, it was like, but if the dog is on his way out the door about to die anyway, though, man, y'all, man, go and let him smoke one time, man.
Well, let me ask you this. This is a little bit off topic. You ever eat any of these mushrooms like you see at the dispensary?
Nah,
you know, they like so.
What's up, Eric Black? Eric Black said the referee wanted to fight. Nah, I don't fuck with the shrooms, bro.
I've been curious.
But but I know a lot of people that have, and especially like in Mexico, they not Mexico, in Jamaica, they got the magic mushroom shits in Mexico that they put in the edibles. It'd be like 0.5, so you got to eat the whole thing to get a buzz. But I don't really I don't fuck with no mushrooms. Just flour, man, and vapes, flowers. I just started fucking with edibles not too long ago.
My buddy told me that ashwagandha is a mushroom.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I ain't never messed with that neither. I didn't think ashwagandha was a mushroom. I thought it was a plant.
Well, my mushroom is a plant, I guess, technically.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or, I don't know.
You know what I mean, though.
I ate mushrooms back in the day, like back when you bought them off the street and they were hallucinogenic.
I'm looking at ashwagandha right here, bro. I'm looking at the picture of it. I'll share the screen. This don't look like a mushroom. This looks like a root or something. A
root, yeah, that's what I always thought it was.
A root. It looked like a stick. It looked like a stick that you can just chew on. Huh. Yeah, this ain't no mushroom, bro.
I was at the dispensary the other day, and the kid told me, he said, well, yeah, we got mushrooms too. And a buddy of mine was talking about them not long ago. I don't want to take anything. I don't want to be getting super high and hallucinating and shit like that.
Nah.
But so I don't know
even like shit to put me to sleep, Jerry. I don't even like sleeping weed. I was like, nah, I don't want to put me to sleep. I might not wake up.
Yeah. I tell them all the time, I don't want no couch lock shit. I don't need nothing to make me tired. I can do that on my own, you know.
Yeah, man. If I want to smoke, I want to stay up and experience it.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to smoke. Just put me to sleep. Even when I drink, I don't like a drink that's like drinks too strong or stuff just gonna put you to sleep. That's why I like tequila, because it usually keep me up.
Tequila?
Yeah, tequila keep me up, man.
Yeah.
But I can't do the brown, and I don't even fuck with vodka no more, none of that stuff. Even when I do drink, I don't drink that shit.
You know what I drink? I drink them twisted teas.
What's that?
You know them twisted teas? You don't know about them?
We're looking up. Twisted tea?
Yeah. Tastes like iced tea, but it's 5% alcohol.
Oh, I'm looking at these joints right here. Okay, it's like the hard iced tea joint. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I never had them.
I used to drink beer all the time, and I got sick and tired of years of drinking beer.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
And I haven't drank a beer. Well, I steamed some crabs last weekend, and we had a couple beers with that. with the crabs. But
man, I ate some crabs and got sick about 3 months ago. I haven't had no crabs since. Yeah, man, it's my fault though. It's my fault.
That's down south. Y'all don't know how to cook no crabs down there.
I sure didn't, man. I ate the damn butter stuff the next day. I left it on the counter and I heated up the crabs the next morning in the microwave or in the air fryer. And I saw that butter on the counter. I was like, okay, it'll still be good. and I ate that shit and I was cool. I ate and I pigged out, man. Like for the later on that day and all night, man, I was shitting and throwing up everywhere. I was like, oh man, the crabs was bad. It was like, no, nigga, you ate the butter that you left out. And I was like, I thought you could eat butter out. It was like, not after you melt it and heat it up. You can't, you gotta refrigerate. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? I was just tripping, man.
I was about to say, we leave our butter out in a butter dish all the time.
But it's not, but you don't melt it though, neither, huh? And then leave it.
Well, I don't melt it and put it back in there, no.
Yeah, see?
Oh.
I melted the butter and put the Cajun seasoning in it, ate, went to sleep, woke up. I said, oh shit, I got some more butter right here. And I just heated that up again. Yeah, man, I was sick as a damn dog, man. Sick as a dog in Jerry backyard.
The crabs you had were blue crabs?
I don't know. Snow crab. No, that was snow crab.
Oh. Yeah, I never had any problems with blue crabs, but those snow king crabs, I have gotten sick from eating those, though, I'll be honest. But the blue crabs that I get around here, they're caught fresh that day.
It could have been. Foodie said, oh, nah, we ain't got nobody over here catching crabs fresh day. Foodie said, do you think it turned rancid? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean rancid? I've heard
rotten, bad. That's what it means.
Yeah. It might have. I thought so, but she said, but I think I don't think that's a problem. I think your greed got to you. That could have been it too, Foodie. Could have been, or it could have been bad crabs from the corner market. I bought it from Kroger. Could have been
That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was, because them crabs, they don't catch them crabs around here. They probably was out of the water for a while. You don't know how old they are. That's why I only get these local crabs, because my buddies go and catch them that morning, right?
You caught crabs before, too. I'll never forget that story. Jared,
yeah, well, you don't.
Jared, tell us the
you
story
don't want
how
to eat
you
those
caught crabs. tell a story one more time. Well, the people don't remember. That was funny.
Man. That was the first little hoe I ever got with, man. And thank God, the only venereal disease I've ever gotten. And it was the first time, man. Yeah.
How you found out you had crabs? And did she tell you, or you just start feeling the itch?
And you know what? My mother's second husband, they hadn't got married at that point. This was a long time ago. I woke up, man, scratching my shit like crazy. And all day long, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I never even heard about crabs. And I kind of told him, you know, man, my shit is itching like crazy. And he was like, man, well, you better make sure you don't have crabs and this and that. And he told me about it. And he said, if you have them, he said, they're just big enough that you can see them. And what they do is they munch on your pubic hair, and their body's translucent, and it'll turn the color of your pubic hair.
Mm.
All right, and now you know I'm a redhead, right? So yeah, man,
I want to see.
I'm fucked up.
I never seen a pubic crab. Let me see. Let me Google it. I never even had the chance to look at it. Let me see.
But they got a shampoo. So I went to the drugstore, got the shampoo, and quickly got rid of them.
Oh shit! It do look like a little crab, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, look at this shit, yo. It looks like a little crab. How big can they get? Can they get really big?
I don't know.
Look at this shit, yo. They look like little crabbies. And they're called pubic lice.
Lice, yeah.
Yeah, typical white folks shit. Y'all spreading it. There's white folks be getting lice. Yo, look at this shit. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And it just look like a little bites right here on you right here. But these are little crabs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how big this one is right here. Oh my God. This is an egg. That's a nymph. And this is an adult. Get the hell out of here. Look at this one right here. This one look like a big ass. This crab right here look like Yoda wearing a body armor holding a spear. Do y'all see this shit? This look like Yoda with body armor and a spear. And another spear attacking a little lice right here. Get the hell out of here. I ain't never seen these before. And so are they biting you or are they just crawling and the crawling is the scratching? What makes them itch? Is it the biting or is them attaching to your hair follicle? They make them itch.
I'm no crab expert, dog. I only had them for a couple days.
You the only expert we got with them though. Shit, ain't nobody else got crab. If so, they ain't gonna admit to it. You the only. I
can guarantee you, they've probably gotten them. You know, but crabs, I don't know. They seem to fall out of favor in the VD category. You don't hear about people getting them too much anymore. I don't think.
Man, these crabs look diesel. Look at this shit. This crab look like he lift weights. It look like Yoda on steroids. Like, this is crazy. This nigga's huge. He look like he can fight Usyk or something. Golly. Brazilian.
No, I don't think they bite you though. Yeah, I don't think they bite you. I think it's that just them crawling around on you.
Let me see. Why crabs itch? I know people are probably tuning in like, what the hell kind of show is this? They was like, I pulled up for Pacquiao and Barrios talk, man. That was the first 2 hours, dog. You gotta rewind, man. We've been talking about Jerry murdering dogs, me running from adopted dogs, and crabs. The best show ever on YouTube. Talk about variety. You're gonna get it here. Somebody said, I don't want to see that shit. But close your eyes, because I just realized y'all didn't see it. Here we go. Look at this crab right here. Damn, man. I was trying to show y'all this one. This nigga look diesel as hell. Look how small this crab is on this person's finger. That's how small it is. Good night.
Yeah, they're real small. But they're deep. they run in numbers.
Yeah, see, if I was to see this, I would just think a bitch had herpes or something. I'd be like, hey, look at all these patchy red bumps. No. Like, you need to go to the clinic. Golly. I'm trying to show y'all. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Look how diesel this shit is right here. This crab looks like I said, it looked like Yoda lifting weights. This shit is huge. This shit is huge, man. He said they lay eggs too. Golly. Let me see now. Why do they itch? Let me see. Why do pubic crabs itch? I always wanted to know this. Why do pubic crabs itch? Here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. Pubic lice, also known as crabs, have an intense itching in public pubic areas due to an allergic reaction to lice bites. When pubic lice feed on blood,
they do bite you.
Oh, okay. When they feed on blood, they inject saliva into the skin, which the body reacts to as a foreign substance and start itching. Man, this shit making me itch now just reading this shit. I'm starting to feel a little itchy. Damn, I'm feeling itchy reading this shit. Oh my God. Damn. I feel like it's crawling on me now.
I wonder if you can get crabs like off a hotel bed sheet or something like that.
If you can get them off, if you can get it off a public toilet, you can damn sure get it off a bed sheet. Yeah, you can get bed bugs, scabies, all of that shit. Let me see, how do you get? And you say you got it from the first girl, one of your first little jump on.
Yeah.
Did you tell her like, hey, bitch, you gave me crabs? Or did
Yeah, I told her.
What'd she say?
Nothing right, I told her.
Did she deny it? She was like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, she denied it.
Did you say, drop your panties right now, bitch? Let me see. Let me see if you got some shit like this. Did you break up with her, or did you tell her, hey, you need to get that fixed before I fuck her?
I didn't mess with her after that. I figured I'm not going to go there because I ain't trying to get nothing worse than that. And if she had that, I don't know.
You dodged the bullet. He was like, at least I dodged the bullet. Some shit I can get rid of. Some shampoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can get it from clothing, bedding, or towels. So,
see, that's scary right there.
Yeah, man. You get it from hotels. Yeah.
Bedding, yeah. Damn.
Shit, you can clothing. You can get it trying on clothes at the damn mall. Jerry, you that lady didn't even give you crabs, man. You just got that trying on some clothes at the mall or something, man.
Nah.
He said, nah, she did that shit. And Foodie said, see, they do bite. Somebody said, so Eric Black said, exactly. What the fuck we on, man? Oh, man. Some bullshit. I'm just up waiting at 3 o'clock right now so I can give my daughter her medicine, man. She got her tonsils out yesterday, so I got to give her this medicine at 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I'm going to give her the 3:15, so I'm going to give her that medicine at 3:15.
Did I hear you say you're moving?
Not right away, but I'm definitely going to be trying to move by next summer. Keeping this house, though. I'm going to just rent this one out, but I'm going to on a new house, a bigger house.
Right.
I want the house with the pool, Jerry. I'm trying to get like you, man.
I ain't got no pool. My wife bugs me every year to get a pool.
Buy us a slip and slide. Say run your ass down the hill.
People that have them, they're like pool tables. When you get them, most people, they use them at first, and then the novelty wears off and they don't use them, like a treadmill. But now you got to still take care of it. Yeah. And if you get a lot of in-ground pools, they wind up costing a lot of money. I mean, I'd like to have a pool, but like I told my wife, I said, you guys ain't going to fucking use it. Yeah. And there I'm going to be the one taking care of it and paying for it.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. You got to ask yourself, too, how long, like, because I think somebody else told me they was like, man, we got the pool, but we got the pool when the kids were too old. They think they should have got the pool when everybody was younger. They got the pool when the kids were probably like 15 or something, and then the kids moved out, went to college, and 2-3 years later, and that was just him and his wife, and the pool was just there, costing money every month. I was like, shit, not me. I'm gonna be sitting outside having poolside conversation, talking to y'all about boxing right now. I'm gonna have the pool lit up with my little colors and shit.
Yeah.
I say it now.
I almost bought a camper. I almost bought a camper about 10 years ago. I was at the fucking dealership, filled out the papers, was all but ready to sign to get the fucking thing. And I backed out, man, right there at the last minute.
Wow. Because
I just got to thinking about it, man. And I said, you know what? My wife, she don't like bugs and shit. She told me, camping, yeah, my uncle, they had a big-ass RV, the kind you drive. Like, this thing had fucking satellite TV, 2 air conditioners, all that type of shit. Now, this camper that I was looking at was nice, but it wasn't that air conditioned. And I said, you know what? This thing's going to sit on the side of the house. And camping's expensive. I don't know if you fuck with any camping, but by the time you buy all that shit, man, shit.
Black folks don't like to go out into the woods, Jerry, with the trees and shit too much. You kind of get with PTSD.
Well, yeah, I will say this. Most times I've been camping, I didn't see a lot of black folks. But white people love to camp.
Yeah, they right there in their element. Trees, rope. Yeah. My black ass ain't going out there camping too much, bro. If so, I'm bringing a shotty. Bringing something for the bear. Hey, look, black folks, we go camping though. When we do, we want the shit to be too much like being in the house. We want a TV, we want a TV, a microwave, like fire and cooking, man. Man, we ordering pizza, telling the Uber Eats to drop the shit off at the path. They're like, hey man, I'm right here on the corner of Route 38 in the RV. Let me get 2 large pieces and a case of beer. Some shit like that. Yeah.
Now me, I've done most of my camping in a tent, sleeping on the ground, and eating a can of beans, and I like that type of camping, right? If it's I don't like doing it in the summer months, but in the fall. But yeah, my wife, she's the same way, man. She wants like fucking 5-star accommodations, and to me, that's not camping. But like I know, my cousin, she bought a camper just like the one that I bought. She bought about 8 or 9 years ago. She paid a lot of money for it, and she can't even give that fucking thing away now. That's the other thing. They lose crazy money. You know, once you have them a little while, and they do a lot of sitting, and then when you go to use it, now the seals in the air conditioner pump went out. You know how it is. You know how it is when you let shit like that sit, and it's not like you can use it every weekend, and it just winds up costing a ton of fucking money.
It's like a house.
Then you
it costs like a house. Huh?
Man. Yeah, it just winds up costing too much money, man.
So instead of a camper, why not get like a van, like in which you can just put everything in, like a big van? Check it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got campers that you can drive that aren't the great big Winnebagos. You know, there's smaller ones. But yeah, they're expensive too. You know, when you go to buy them new, man, they want crazy money for them, but their resale value ain't for shit. You might as well just throw your money out the fucking window.
Man.
Yeah. But anyway, Mark, it's been good talking to you.
Yeah, I enjoyed you.
I'm gonna get up off here. Yeah. Good night of fights. You know, and I'm looking forward to your buddy there fighting Devin Haney. When is that fight?
November 22nd, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, they're fighting on Saudi, huh?
Yep. November 22nd.
Well, I don't need to ask you who you favor in the fight.
Norman sure. Gang over everything.
So you pick Norman by stoppage?
I got him by flawless victory. Whether I don't know. Everybody keeps saying that, but me on the other hand, I think Devin Haney knows how to survive. He knows how to get hurt and survive for a while. So he probably beat him by because if Devin Haney go out there and try to jab and grab and move all night like he fought Ramirez, he's gonna lose the fight.
Yeah, he ain't gonna win that fight.
Yeah, he's gonna lose because Brian is so aggressive. It's gonna be like the Quentin Randall fight, like where he cut the ring off on Quentin and he'd be beating on Quentin Randall a little bit, then Quentin would just hold him, referee break it up, and then Quentin jab a little bit, Brian slip him, hit him, and then Quentin. It's gonna be a lot of jabbing, grabbing, and running, for lack of better words. And he's gonna lose that fight. It's not gonna be a beautiful performance, but Devin know how to make the fight ugly enough where I don't get knocked out, but I'm gonna lose this fight, but I'm not gonna get knocked out and embarrassed. And if he try to go in there and try to stand in front of him and try to prove how tough he is, it's gonna be worse than that Ryan Garcia shit. Because Brian Norman is a better boxer than Ryan Garcia. Better boxer, he has better balance. I think he has more. He definitely has more power, and he has more tools in his toolbox. He don't just have a left hook like Ryan. Brian got a jab. He got a jab to the body. He hooks to the body. He got a left hook, a right hand. Everybody keeps saying Devin's the better boxer. I keep trying to tell them, like, y'all just don't know how good Brian Norman really is. Y'all just see the power and think that's all it is. He's going to show you he's a better boxer than Devin Haney, too. I've
seen that in the Sensaki fight. The guy can box a lot better than what people are. I wouldn't say discrediting him. I haven't heard anyone say he can't box or he's a bad boxer, but he's more known for his punch, especially in his last 3 fights. Now, I got to tell you, I've been impressed with him. Hard not to be. Have not been impressed with his opponents, except for the guy he fought 3 fights ago. I think the little European dude. He looked like he was.
You mean Santiago?
This guy was a white dude, looked European, Eastern European, I think. He looked old and he looked half of Brian's size. He survived a couple of rounds. He tried to survive. Then he quit. The next fight, he fought a Mexican guy. who looked like he had better size and was younger, and I thought that would be a better fight. But that guy kind of quit too. He didn't look like he came to fight. At least this Chinzaki guy came to fight. He tried. He tried to fight him, but he couldn't outbox him, and he couldn't take his power either.
Hold on, the fight before Jen, it was Derek Cuevas. Derek Cuevas was the guy, he dropped him early, then he dropped him again with the jab, and then he quit. Before that, he fought Santillan. Before that, he fought Boca Chica. Boca Chica was the one who Boca Chica was a no contest. He dropped Brian in like the second round, and then Brian started getting on him in the third, and he got a cut, and then Boca Chica quit. Basically, it was a no contest. And before that, it was Quentin Randall,
what I'm trying to say is Brian has really came into his own. From what I've seen him fight,
my whole point is he ain't fought on European dude. That's what I'm saying. He ain't fought on European dude.
Well, this guy was a white dude. I don't know. I don't know if he was from European or what the fuck he was, but he tried to survive a couple rounds, but he just couldn't, and what I remember, he just kind of quit. But Brian Norman really put his name on the scene, especially in those last 3 fights that I've seen, his recent fights. And one thing about fighting Devin Haney, I've heard his name is being mentioned a whole lot now. He notches a victory over Devin Haney, especially if he can stop him.
Out of here.
Yeah, that's really going to put him in really good position. I don't know who's around at welterweight anymore. It seemed like it went from being red hot to not so much.
That's why I keep telling everybody he's the king of the division. They get mad at me when I say it. I was like, if not him, then who? Not Barrios. And it ain't Pacquiao.
Well,
I mean, king of the division, then who?
Yeah, well, Barrios has probably been a champion a little longer than Brian, I would imagine. Yeah. But I don't know if that makes him the king of the division, Barrios. But I think that's a good fight between the two of them. But I really like the Conor Benn fight. I think that would make for a more entertaining fight.
Against Norman Jr.?
Yeah.
You know he wanted to fight. You know he said that to Bob immediately after his last fight. He told Bob, I go to London for Conor Benn too. You see what I'm doing? I go anywhere. He was like, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that fight, man. I would love to see that.
I can't think of anyone better for it.
But Shakur said him and he called out Conor Benn. Conor Benn said Eubank Jr. Probably ain't gonna do the fight. He's tripping off the weight. Because he was like, man, I'm not coming back down. I'm not doing that, cutting that weight again. I won the fight. You should have to come up a little bit more. And he was like, nah, I'm a 147 fighter. He was like, nah, man, you was cracking in that fight. You got to come up more. I'm struggling too much to make that weight for you to be that strong. So Conor Benn said if he pulls out, him and Shakur a fight. Shakur and him did a face-off on Ariel Helwani after
I've seen that.
And Shakur was like, all right, let's shake on it. If he pull out, me and you going to fight. He said at 147, Shakur was like, I'll come up there.
Yeah. One thing about Conor Benn is he's not Zepeda. Zepeda can't punch. He couldn't punch through Shakur Stevenson's guard at all. And even though he had a crazy high work rate, we didn't talk about that fight. I thought that fight was way closer than the judges had it. Shakur, he didn't get booed this time. I give him that. And he fought. He gave the fans something to watch. But then the dumb bastard comes right out and says the next day, don't expect me to do that. I don't know why. Even if he thought that, he shouldn't have said it. He should wait until he sees if he can get another deal with that good turkey money. You don't want to go say that, man. Why would you say some stupid shit like that?
Well, every fight don't need to be fought that way.
Well, I didn't think that he went out of his way. I mean, I didn't see no, like, Gotti Ward type. I mean, he just fought. But he set the bar real low, in my estimation, for himself in his last 3 or 4 fights, to where, in this fight, yeah, he stood his ground and he fought more. Okay, good. That's what you're supposed to do, bro. You're supposed to do that. Now, the difference between him and a great like Ray Leonard would have stopped Zepeda. By the middle of that fight, Shakur Stevenson was coming. He'd go to the ropes. He'd let Zepeda unload, and when he would reset, he would attack him with 3, 4, and even 5 clean punches. If he would have turned it up a notch, he probably could have got him out of there. But I was satisfied with what he did. I thought it was a lot closer, but Conor Ben, to me, is a different animal. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, and he has a really high punch output. Maybe not what Zepeda's is, but something close. And I don't know. I don't know what
Shakur gonna bring all that shit down. Just like Zepeda didn't throw 1,000 punches that fight neither. You notice why? You know why? Because guys like Shakur, they have a way to turning your volume down on those punches, man. You're not gonna throw that many punches because you're gonna get discouraged. Like you just sitting there throwing, and you just punching at his gloves or his shoulder and you missing. That shit discouraging. And then, like you say, he'll reset and Shakur, pop. Or you throw all of those shots and you ain't really landed, and then he land 2 or 3 big clean shots, power shots, looping around your guard or to your body. I think Shakur probably could have turned it up.
He's not a power puncher. He doesn't punch that hard. He was hitting Zepeda flush with 3 and 4 punches in a row, and he didn't put a dent in him. How's he going to? Conor Ben just fought a middleweight toe-to-toe for 12 rounds, and he took big shots in that fight. And I don't even think he went down.
But it's the way you throw your punches. Chris Eubank Jr. don't even throw punches correctly a lot of times. And he drained down. He might not have been his strongest fighting Conor McBen. You see how? But also Conor Ben is going to be more vulnerable going up in weight like that, and then he got to come back down in weight. He's going to be vulnerable to a guy like Shakur.
Well, that's something to consider, but I would pick Ben. I think he's too strong for Shakur, and he can punch through his guard. Because if you can't punch through Shakur's guard, you're not going to have too much success.
It's not about punching through his guard, though. It's about stepping over.
Well, it is, because
stepping over and creating that angle.
Well, even if he did, Shakur Stevenson was squared up against the ropes, but his defense is so good, he just had his arms folded and his eyes wide open, and what's his name was punching him in his forearms, his shoulders, and sometimes his chest, but the punches didn't have anything on them to punch through the guard. I think Ben punches easily hard enough to get a lot of those punches through the guard. I don't see him going to the ropes like that, because some people say Zepeda forced him to the ropes. I don't think so. I think he was roping them. Yeah, he was going there on his own, because he knew this guy can't punch hard enough to punch through my guard, and I'm already slippery as hell anyway. And once he gets his shots off, as much as a high output guy Zepeda is, he is human. He does have to take a breath, and he does have to reset. And when he go to reset, instead of getting all the way out of range, he would stay right at the wrong range. Right there, he would stay where Shakur could hit him. So he started out just hitting him with 1 shot, but then a couple rounds later, he upped it to 2 shots. Then by the time he really got going on him, he was hitting him with 4 and even 5 punch combos off of the ropes. So, yeah, he wasn't, and I give him credit, because Zepeda can't punch, but he got a lot of stoppage victories, and it's clear why he gets them. He outworks guys, and it's clear why he has that style, because he knows he can't punch, so the only way he's going to be able to beat you is to outwork you, and he's done that really successfully, and he wasn't able to do that to Shakur Stevenson. So he deserves good credit, because he beat one of the best fighters in that division, in Zepeda. Zepeda, I don't think ever held the title yet, but that don't matter to me. He's one of the best guys in the division. So it was a good bounce back win for Shakur Stevenson. But I'm not gonna, I'm gonna wait and see how he does against the next opponent. And hopefully it's either him. He said he'd fight Ben at 47, but he said he wouldn't fight Devin Haney at 47. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think that's once you start saying stuff like, "Oh, I come up to 147 to fight Conor Ben," shit, you're supposed to be able to say, "I'll fight anybody in that division," I guess. But then again, I get it. Styles make fights. Example, like Crawford fighting Canelo at 168 isn't the same as him fighting Benavidez at 168.
True that. Yeah.
Attributes, but I get it. Devin Haney's naturally a bigger guy than Conor Ben, and also too, Devin Haney is more skilled. That's why he kept telling Conor Ben. He said, "When you start boxing," He said 17 years old. He said, you cook. And he was like, why you keep saying that? What does that even mean? He was like, you cook. He said, I've been fighting since I was 5 years old. Ain't nobody who just started boxing at 17 years old gonna beat me. I was winning amateur tournaments and shit when I was 6 and 7, bro. You're not gonna beat me. You ain't got enough experience. Like you said, I've been fighting and competing for 23 years. 23 years.
Yeah,
man.
but that to me on fight night, that ain't gonna matter much.
It matters a whole lot. Because
in 20 years, he hasn't learned how to really sit down on a punch and hurt anybody with it.
He hurt a lot of people, man.
That's what's gonna come down to.
He's hurt people. He stopped champions.
It's just like Haney and Norman. Haney is saying, you're not on my level. You don't have the experience I have. You haven't competed against the guys that I have. But that's not stopping you from picking Brian Norman to beat him.
Because,
you see what I mean? On
some
fight
of that
night,
shit comes with opportunity too. Like you had Brian didn't have the same opportunities that Haney had.
Well, maybe not, but it doesn't change the reality of it. But it doesn't also change who you're going to pick to win. You see what I mean?
But Brian's been fighting since he was a kid too, though. That's what I'm saying.
Right, right.
This ain't. I don't think that's the same example. Then Brian would have started boxing at 17 years old. I would have thought the same thing. Like, yes, you've had experience on this level. Regis prograde. You bigger than Regis, but also too, Regis started boxing later in life. His toughest fight and his best fight probably was Lomachenko. And he was big as fuck, big compared to Loma. I thought he won that fight pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
A lot of people still thought he lost, but Loma was able to hurt him. And being a smaller man. So the reason why I got him winning and losing to Brian is different from the thing. I don't think he's has a better chin than Shakur. I don't think he has and that's because he's been cracked. You know what I'm saying? Got that phone cracked too many times. And the way he was Haney.
Oh.
And the way he responds when he gets cracked. Like I saw the way he was. I never seen Shakur looking like how Haney looked in the Linares fight, how he looked in the Loma fight, how he looked in the Ryan fight, even though Ryan cheated.
Hold on a second, man. Haney lost like 2 minutes of the Linares fight. He dominated that fight except for when he got caught.
But I'm talking about the way he looked when he got caught and how he responded to it. You know.
Well, he held. In the next round, the first 2 minutes he held, and then he finished the round strong and won the next round. I don't know why anyone would make a big deal about that fight. He got caught at the end of the round.
Not making a big deal about it, but it's how you. I just
never seen. He won that fight.
I never seen Shakur get hit like that.
Yeah,
he was trying so hard to knock him out. Even with the Gamboa fight, he was trying so hard to knock Gamboa out. Couldn't knock him out. He was trying so hard. You can see it.
No, because he can't really punch, just like Shakur Stevenson can't really punch. Both them guys can punch hard enough that you might not walk all the way through them,
right?
But neither one of them have power like that. That's mainly why I think Conor Benn will beat him. Because first off, he's just like Zepeda, but he's bigger and stronger. And so if he went, depends on how much you think Shakur won that fight. I thought the fight was pretty close. However, some people saw it wider.
I thought Zepeda won more than 2 rounds. I didn't agree with that. The judges only gave him 2 rounds. I was like, damn, that's it? With some close rounds, I thought some of the rounds could have went either way. I didn't score it neither, though, but I was like, damn, I thought the fight was more competitive than that, but I got to watch it again. I haven't watched it twice yet.
Yeah, that's tough to score, man. It's tough to, Zepeda, did you favor his front foot aggression and high output? Or did you favor the cleaner, and I'd have to say harder punches by Shakur, even though I don't believe he's a puncher either. His punches look harder to me. They certainly were cleaner punches. Zepeda, he was throwing, his corner was telling him, hit him anywhere you can. That's pretty good advice.
Reggie did a video about Zepeda corner. He said, I never heard this shit before. They said, punch his hands. Hit him in the
gloves, yeah.
They said,
absolutely.
Hit his gloves.
Hey, man, guess what? That's exactly what I would have told him. This guy's got brittle hands. Why not punch him in his hands? Because if you can't, last I looked, your hands are part of your body, and that's what you use to score with. And if you know this guy's got brittle hands, why not? Because you can't get him with a headshot, maybe one here or there, right? So, but if you can hit his hands, in his arms, and he was doing pretty effective. I'm sure the next day Shakur was probably sore as hell from getting hit on the shoulders and the forearms, but those aren't clean, effective punches. They're not scored that way, right? So they weren't adding up the points. That's why I think the judges had it kind of wide, because even though your arms and shit and your chest are part of your body, they don't count them as good, clean scoring blows. You know, but I don't bitch punching me.
You know what I noticed the more about Shakur too? His eyes was just wide open. They was big as a 50-cent piece. He saw it, especially when he was in that corner. He saw everything coming.
Yeah.
Those eyes was
that
wide
motherfucker
open.
is brilliant. He's brilliant with that defense, because he wasn't even turned to the side on the ropes. He was all the way squared up. And he was just looking at him.
Some of them he had the shoulder roll. He did the shoulder roll on his ass a few times.
He was shoulder rolling
here's
a
picture
bit,
of it right here. Here's a picture of him doing it right here. Nice little shoulder roll. Look at his eyes. He looking right at him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's catching
you
those
see
shots.
that bottom picture? He's squared up along the ropes right there.
Yep, yeah, he did.
He's got his shoulder up a little bit, but he did a lot of that. He crossed his forearms, but his eyes are so good. He could see, and plus he knew coming in, this is the only way he fights. So he already knew what he was going to try to do, but he's brilliant with the defense. I mean, I'm a bit of a critic of him a little bit, but I don't dislike the guy. I just want to see him fight at least to that level. At least do that. That way I can feel entertained, because I was entertained watching the fight.
It was entertaining.
You know, Zepeda, he was trying to bring what he could, and it's been very effective against others. And Shakur Stevenson did what he constantly tells people he can do. It's not a bad thing to ask a fighter to do that. He's clearly capable of it. So fight like that, man.
I agree, man. He's a bad motherfucker, man. He just got to keep doing what he's doing. But
yeah.
All right, well, shit. I'll let you go, man. Appreciate your time, your energy. We'll talk soon, bro.
All right, Mark.
My man.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yes, sir. Good call, man. Shout out to Jerry, man, keeping me company, man, keeping me up to 3. Because I really got to go give my daughter her medicine, and then I can take a nap and get back up at 6. Thank y'all for your time, your energy. Thanks for allowing me the opportunity to entertain you all this evening. Hopefully you were thoroughly entertained. And if not, I will try again on the next episode. Hey, man, congratulations to me for winning on the draw, baby. Yes. Now, granted, I did bet on Barrios for the stoppage. That was like $5. I bet on Manny for the win by decision and a stoppage too. And but the big win for me was the draw, man. It was plus 1,600. You know what I'm saying? $10 get you 160, man. You can't. That's good winnings right there. You can't get mad at that. And shit, $5 get you 80, 10, 160. Shit, I should have put $20 on it and got $320, man. I'm mad at myself. Next time I'm doing it though. Oh man. But that's the third draw I done won on this year so far. So I'm telling y'all, man, bet on these draws with boxing, man. You just never know. And a little bit of money can win you a whole bunch with a small little bet. I wouldn't tell you to put 100 on it, but like anywhere between $5 and $20, man, do that shit. Do that shit, because you just never know, and it's big odds. Especially in a situation like this where Barrios, like I was like, man, Barrios might win, but they might not want to give it to him because they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It's Manny Pacquiao. And I was like, and if Manny Pacquiao win, he might win by robbery. So let me bet on that decision too. So I don't know, but Manny Pacquiao did his damn thing, man. He did his damn thing. Damn, this was a close fight. I got to rewatch it, man, and rescore it. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's your man Martin Nash, Breaking Beats. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, look, drinks require your sleep, goals require your effort. Go out and get your goals. I'm about to go get both, man. Sometimes we're going to agree, sometimes we're going to disagree. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Homeboy, homegirl, never forget this.
I built this shit. Me. brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
And I mean that shit. Drive.